Nothing?
It's like 24 hours. What do you want from me? It's like one day went by.
Tried to sleep.
You try to sleep?
Couldn't do it. Played a little PSP.
Yeah.
Tried to sleep again.
What's your game of choice?
Right now, I have to say I'm playing Tiger Woods golf.
Holla!
Yeah.
You got to get it for the PlayStation 3, though, my friend.
You don't really have to holla, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
You just said that.
PlayStation, Tiger Woods, the first one, not even the 2009, just the first one. I'm learning different things like bogey, double bogey.
You're learning golf.
Eagle. I know this. I know this by playing the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A par 3, it's impossible to get an eagle unless you get a hole-in-one.
Yeah, which is possible.
You can't get an eagle unless you get a hole-in-one on a par 3.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Very difficult to get an eagle on a par 4 because you have to get it. You have to get a hole in 2.
You gotta get very good placement.
Oh, you have so much to learn.
Very good placement.
You got to get your skills up, my friend.
Par 5. Possible to get an eagle in a par 5. Very possible to get an eagle. I don't know what's before an eagle. On a par 5. I've never seen it, but
I think they used to call it an albatross. Double eagle. What's an albatross then? We used to use albatross growing up.
I know it's impossible to get it's impossible to get a hole in one on a par 5. It's almost it's probably never been done. And I don't watch golf at all. I'm just from playing this game.
I didn't know the game had an option to play the caddy.
Oh, see, because you're it's a sport for. Wow, you guys did.
That is some early racism. I'm not even awake. Do you see how early they man?
That's some early racism.
You just gotta get up with the white people, man.
Oh man.
Hey, black folks, this one. Do you see? They're never ending. They're proactive, man.
Wow, I was just having a normal golf discussion with my friend
I was actually
Patrice.
happy learning about golf.
Bagger O'Neal coming in.
I was happy.
The legend of Bagger O'Neal.
And this is Jesus Christ. I was actually a kind of Jetland Negro at about 6:02.
I was just happy that you knew something about the white world, and I was just kind of relating with you.
I had to ruin it with some racism.
No kidding.
Well, it's the black world now. Let's be quite honest,
dude. I'm all about Tiger Woods. I bring it up on the show. No one cares. There's a few people out there. I'm playing like easily 4 to 6 hours a day on PlayStation 3.
It's very fun.
You have to get PlayStation 3, get the latest game, get really good, and then go online. I had a match with a guy last night. I was 18 under.
Whoa,
Jesus!
I averaged a birdie a hole.
Birdie a hole.
I had a couple eagles in there as well.
Not that impressive on the game, but
in real life
it's impressive.
In real life,
it's amazing.
Oh God! In real life,
on that game, whatever.
But you think you're good, then you go online, and I was shooting the lights out of the ball. I'm 18 under after 18 holes. I lost. The guy was 20 under.
But that's only. I'm not impressed.
20 under
because you figure out the courses.
Yeah.
You keep figuring out how hard to hit. The problem is there's little teeny things about the game that makes it actually challenging. Is that you have to. There's power hits and there's you got to learn. Okay, if it goes into the rough.
Yeah.
And you pick one of those sticks. I still call them sticks.
Sticks.
if you pick a stick and you hit it, like say if the pin.
Well, if you're in the rough, you're going to need a little more power.
Right.
So
if you're
in the fairway,
yes.
But if you're in the rough, you're going to have to club up. They call it.
There you go.
Or club down. Actually.
Club up.
Club down. Right.
Very interesting stuff.
Yeah. So.
And I buy a lot of attributes, went for a lot of power.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
You know what it is, though?
It's a fun game. Not to watch, though, but to play on PSP.
Yeah. That game cannot translate. It's a great game, believe me. But as far as real golf is concerned, it just cannot translate the actual difficulty
of
swinging that club and hitting that goddamn ball in real life.
But the brand new Tiger Woods... Everything you would do on a golf course or attempt to do on a golf course, it is that accurate with the game. It's incredible. But you're right. I mean, in real life, you still got to swing the damn club.
Yeah, you know something? Because on the game, I'm not topping the ball. I'm not topping the ball in the game. I'm driving every time. I might, go left or right or something like that.
Right.
But on a real course, I'll sit there, the ball friggin' go 3 feet in front of my tee, and I'll be like, son of a bitch. Yeah.
You used to love the golf games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still occasionally.
But now that everything in it.
But now that you're single,
Tiger Woods.
This stuff goes by the wayside.
And, computer games,
stupid computer games. Who needs that? When
leave your youth behind sometimes.
when you have real girls knocking at your door at all hours, why would you play?
I just like.
Why would
wood.
you play video games?
I play wood.
Just wood.
All right. You know what? I'm not officially ready, but I'm XM Opie online. I'm not ready, but there you go.
What?
People have been asking for my PlayStation 3.
Oh.
But
boy, you really tried to hide your name, did you?
Yeah.
I'm XM Opie, Greg Hughes.
Dot.
Here's my address as part of my name.
Yeah.
That's smart, though, because nobody would ever think it.
And that's really him. Is this really Opie?
It's me, Opie.
Sometimes you gotta go with the obvious, but
I get that on when I play online poker or obviously Call of Duty 4. I get hey, it's Anthony. People know who you are when you're on those game sites.
But then you spend half the time proving to these.
I'm not chatting. First of all, I don't chat when I play games. Maybe the chat to friggin'.
Then they don't believe it's you. I'm like, it's me.
Yeah.
And then they start asking personal questions, and you answer them like, oh, well, you could have read that on a message board, like I did.
It's like,
all right, then how are we going to prove this?
I'm not talking to you.
You want me to call you? What do you want from me? I'm trying to play a video game.
Your phone number's part of your name.
I've played online. I have yet to play any games online. I just can't do it.
It's fun.
No?
It's fun, man.
Now it's just all about online.
Yeah.
I really, there are a few games I can play single player anymore. Most of it, got to get online and just start beating up on, 8-year-olds that are better than you.
I like having fun. It gets too real.
It's crazy.
I don't even play Madden anymore. It's like real football.
Yeah.
There's no more cheat codes anymore. Where's the cheat codes go?
You can't cheat on, well, you can, but they boot you off a lot of servers.
They get really pissed. They're all about catching the cheaters online as best they can.
Yeah, they got software on a lot of servers that.
You see the graphics with the John Madden? The new one?
Yeah.
Holy crap. You start feeling sorry when there's an injured player down. You're like,
you feel all bad.
What the hell did I do to that guy?
I hope he's okay.
Right.
They're taking him off the field.
I think we talked about this. I'm more of a fan. I think Anthony brought this up. I'm more of a fan of the cartoony stuff because it doesn't. Or is it my brother? It might be my brother.
Yeah.
Brother Elmo on MySpace. He's always looking for friends. He's more of a fan of cartoony games.
No,
he doesn't like that it's getting more and more real looking. Like you said when you were in the Half-Life days where, these people are pleading for their lives and the facial expressions are getting a little too
They were all cartoony at first. It's like, oh, Gordon, go down this hallway, Gordon, and find so you do that. And the scientist was like this cartoony guy. So if you blasted him,
whatever.
Now they're all like, why are you killing me? Stop it, please. I have a family.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, dude. You're making me feel bad. As I crack you over the head with a crowbar. And then Call of Duty 4, that's all about. You get online and just, when you shoot somebody, they don't just fall down. They might go down to one knee and slowly look up at you and then topple over.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. I got him good.
Yeah, they whisper, I have a family.
Yeah. Mother.
Eroc's trying to turn me on to the new Silent Hill that just came out, but the Silent Hill series went south. That used to be a great game.
Yeah, that was.
And then there was a couple of them in a row that it was obvious a new company or somebody took over and completely changed the game. And I blew it off, but supposedly the new one's all right. I don't know. I might have to give it a shot.
Yeah, sometimes they bring them back. New engine looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting. There's I guess November 11th, a new Call of Duty.
Really?
Out like an expansion or something.
It's all about Call of Duty. Is that still the number one game?
That's a biggie.
It has to be right up there.
That's a biggie online, but
number one online game. What is it? Call of Duty? Why am I asking E-Rock? Can you look it up?
No.
Stunt Brain, look it up. That's your gig.
E-Rock has eating for PlayStation. It's a new game.
For the Wii?
Yeah. Where you actually use the Wiimote as a knife and fork and see how quickly you can devour your meal. He plays it online against other fatzos. Sorry, E-Rock. Really not.
Yeah, all right. Hey,
teasing.
want to congratulate the Red Sox. They advance.
Oh, yeah.
Although the people that care about that are sleeping, because I'm sure they were partying all night. But
of course they were.
They moved on. They get to face the Rays.
The Rays, the Devil Rays.
The Devil Rays. Where are they playing?
Ooh. What's a Devil Ray?
Where are they playing? Like,
hell is that?
Fort Lauderdale? Or what? Tampa Bay? No, I know.
It's spring training all the time.
Man, why would you have a
No one
team in
wants to see that.
Tampa Bay?
Who cares?
That's like when the Marlins won twice. It's like, did you really?
Right.
Who cares?
No one even cares.
What? Yeah, what's a Devil Ray? I don't get it.
But Florida has
It's
the
a
worst
fish?
fans ever. Like, they don't come out.
Well, you can't go out. It's 120. The Dolphins are trying to get people to watch their games. It's 120 until
No one goes to see the Dolphins?
Well, they had a few lame years there. I'm not a big Dolphins fan like Big Ken and Little Ken, little Philly crew mentioned. But yeah, they don't get a lot of people in the seats. It's too hot. It's still 100 degrees in Florida.
Yeah.
We're 5 weeks into the season.
I guess so. A 1 p.m. game is like 125
Right.
degrees.
And let's laugh at Stunt Brain today. Your dumb White Sox are out of it.
Yeah. Chicago's gone.
I was watching the
Old Chicago team's gone.
I was watching a little bit of that game.
Which one? The White Sox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Why?
it was on the TV at the bar.
And at the bar.
Yeah. So it's above, the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching, and there is a goddamn mascot. Whose mascot was that?
White Sox.
It was the White Sox mascot, sitting right behind home plate, distracting the pitcher. Like, you know how they go crazy anyway. Like, everybody's kind of, waving their arms and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the mascot is in this stupid, like, Philly Fanatic ripoff mascot suit, sitting right behind home plate, waving his arms around in that big mascot outfit. Shouldn't be allowed.
No.
That should not be allowed. The fans are one thing. You can't do anything about that. But the other team, whatever team is up against a team that has their mascot behind home plate waving their arms, ought to send someone in to punch him in his foam face.
His life sucks already. Leave the mascot alone. He's miserable.
But the distraction, it's ridiculous. I'm watching this stupid thing just waving his arms around.
Yeah.
Ugh. Mascots. What a waste.
Is there one cool mascot?
No.
I think we did this bit. The coolest mascot, Patrice.
The Green Monster.
Well, they booed him.
They shouldn't.
They were not happy that the Red Sox decided to get a mascot.
Look, it's the Green Monster. You know how traditional Boston is? They don't want change or anything. And they bring a stupid mascot called the Green. They named it after a wall.
I actually was at that. I believe I was at that game when they introduced him, or it was early on in his career.
I wonder what they call
and
him.
man,
Wally.
Wally.
What racial slur do they call him?
Oh, sure.
It's garbage.
Well, they probably just pulled out the N-word just for the hell of it.
The same racial slur they call it Jolly Green Giant. I know there's something.
There's a green racial slur.
Oh, it's the green end.
You booger. You call him snot.
Yeah, they were not into that. By the way, the top online game is Halo. As far as
Halo?
As far as Xbox goes. And then Call of Duty's too. Yeah.
Halo.
Grand Theft Auto's right up there, of
Never
course.
got into Halo.
I bought Halo 3 and didn't even unwrap it.
Yeah, it's like...
I had to get it just because it was the hype of it, but I haven't messed with it.
Anytime you go over someone's house and they have, like, kids, Halo is on.
Yeah.
You can't see any self-respecting adult playing that game.
Whose house you going over?
Little kids' houses. Every
once in a while, Anthony just becomes a regular person. He goes, I was just like, he went to the bar.
That was when I was
Go to
at a
somebody's
party.
house.
That was when I was at a party at someone's house over the summer.
Yeah.
One of my
Really?
one of my mandatory parties I had to attend.
I can imagine.
Yeah, believe me.
Just hugging a beer in the corner.
Believe that's what I was
not to be
doing.
recognized.
And I just walk in and kids are playing Halo.
Talking in another voice.
You're at a
So I
family.
hung out with the kids.
You're at a family party, going, "What the hell did I get myself
What
in?
am I
What am I doing?"
I don't know anybody. I got to make conversation.
Right.
Eesh.
All right. We'll take our first break. Kramer's telling us to get out of the market. Thank you, Mr.
Get out of the market, Jerry.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. We'll talk about that next. Yeah, Wall Street, that was a lot of fun to watch yesterday, huh?
Wow.
We'll get into that after the break. 877-212-O&A. Stay there. Remember that. We'll all take a peek at that.
Oh, yeah.
Want to feel old? Little things that pop up on the prep sheet that make you think, holy yes, the time is just flying by.
Yeah.
We like to do this from time to time. Barry Bonds, he hit 73 home runs, right?
Yeah.
What year was that? How long ago was that?
2007.
2004.
You want to try 2001?
What?
That's 7 years ago already.
Oh, was it?
Yes, that's why we do the bit, Patrice.
And I remember 2001 only based on 9/11. That's
Of course.
the only reason I have a clue of what 2001 is.
Yeah, I know. You know, that's absolutely right. Anytime I think 2001, it's like, okay, that's what 9/11 was, and then you just remember whatever.
Yeah.
Travis was saying inside, I believe it was Travis. It's kind of early, when we're in that office. 5 years ago, Schwarzenegger elected mayor.
Wow.
Mayor, governor.
No kidding.
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Just like that.
He's an action movie star.
He ran off the platform
That was it.
of his movie quotes.
Yeah.
He was like,
That was it, what he did. Yeah. I'll be back.
Look at us. Oh, wow.
He was every time he stepped up to a mic, it was a movie line would come out. Yeah.
If you think I'm going to raise taxes, you must think I have a tumor.
It's not the tumor.
But then you just have to.
I want to be your governor of California.
And he did that for
your
real.
governor.
I lost a lot of respect for California after they voted him in, man.
Sure.
A whole lot of respect.
Hey, speaking of movies, you were having a nice conversation there during the break.
Oh, you know what? I was sitting around last night, just watching TV like I usually do.
Yeah, Patrice was giving me a quiz.
Watching Cinemax, who has turned into the I Am Legend network, by the way. For some reason, I Am Legend is on every second of the day. And I watched it again. And after I did that, something else came on, and I was asking Anthony, what movie have you ever watched where you really looked at the woman and went, she's the boss. I'm following her as the boss in the movie. There's no believable strength. You're not sitting there going, ugh, move over, chick. Or you're not sitting there going, oh boy, movie magic.
Yeah.
And you said the exact movie that I was thinking of.
Alien.
I'm specific and say aliens. Alien, she kind of was
She was kind of turning
she wasn't
into
leading anybody.
I'll tell you what the thing was with Alien, though, was the fact that you absolutely thought Tom Skerritt was going to be the honcho in that one. You thought Tom Skerritt was going to be the lead guy, the guy that was going to, kill the alien.
And
he
had the most vaginal death, which was a big hug. He died from a big hug.
The alien gave him jazz hands first.
Yes.
And then, cha-cha-cha. Jazz hands in the ductwork. And that was it. That was horrible.
Jazz hands and the little mouth inside the big mouth. Yeah. That's it.
That was it.
But I'm specific to aliens. And when I say this, because I always have these conversations, me and my girl sit up and watch TV, and she desperately wants to be cool.
Yeah.
Like, she just wants to be cool and like a dude. Like, she looks at dudes and goes, damn, I wish I had a swagger like dudes. I wish everything was cool. Where's the coolness for women? And I'm like, you're not cool. Your problem is you're trying to be cool like us. And I watch Kill Bill, which is, of course, would be a woman's movie. Like, yeah. But as a man, you're just sitting there going, like, oh, really? Did you just chop up really? Did you just beat up Mike Madsen real quick? Yeah.
Like it was nothing?
Did you just punch your way out of a grave that Michael Madsen put you in? Yeah. Nice talking to you.
Not too believable, but you're believing in the alien.
The suspension of disbelief, I believe in it. But the way they approach aliens is that she's reluctant, but she is the most qualified right now.
Yeah.
So she took the reins, and you go, she's my leader. In the movie, I'm following Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
The way she is, she's like, yeah. It's so, it's so authoritative. It's so, it's just, she is the most believable woman, lead like in a movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Without challenge. I mean, there's other movies where the woman is, I don't even know, like anything that, what's Brad Pitt's mother's name?
Oh,
Angelina, right?
Brad Pitt's mother's name.
Yeah, Jolie.
Everything she plays, you just want to just throw up.
Yeah,
Wanted,
stop.
where she's just.
I'm so with you on that.
Bullets is going around the corner.
Like, and I'm trying to be James Bond with cans.
It's unbelievable.
With lips.
Yeah.
At least Kill Bill had a fun, like,
it was
wink,
sort
wink,
of tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Right.
But you like the Kill Bill movies, though, right?
Yeah, because
I love
the way
them.
they approach it is cartoony. It's
sure.
very...
Yeah.
But in terms of a chick running the show, Aliens is really...
Is it?
And so me and my girl are watching American Gangster with Denzel.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was a scene where... And I'm watching my girl's just sitting there, and she just wants... I don't know what's the problem. She wants to be... So... We're watching American Gangster, and there's a scene where Denzel, who's playing Frank Lucas, biggest coke dealer, he went to get his coke from Vietnam.
Yeah.
Uncut Vietnam, not coke, heroin. Uncut Vietnamese heroin, you know? So he gets so much heroin, he ends up selling to the mob. So Armand Asante playing the big mob boss. And his wife, and they're having dinner or lunch at some place where they're going, pool!
There was some skeet trap shooting. Yeah.
So it was his wife, and then Denzel and his wife, and then Armand looked at his wife, gave a little wink, and she said to Denzel's wife, "I bet you want to see the rest of the house. Come on." and Denzel's wife looking at him like, "What do I do?" He's like, "Go ahead with her." And my girl's like, "See, how come I can't be cool enough to sit there and listen to the heroin talk?" And I'm like, 'cause you're not. Like, the coolness is, all right, baby, go, you know, the wink.
Yeah.
Your coolness to me is that you're my second in command.
Yeah.
Like, you're the girl in my life.
Take her. Take the other bitch with you and get out of here because we're going to be talking some drug dealing.
The coolness is that you know that I'm a big-time heroin dealer.
Yeah.
And you're a girl.
God damn it, that's so true.
She wants to sit there and cross her legs and light a cigarette with us.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Huh?
And talk.
And talk and go.
Talk out of turn like Tony Montana down in Colombia, where he's just yapping while, what's his name, Omar is, Tony, shut up, Tony. I'd be hanging out that helicopter.
Dipping her fingers in orange water. Clean her, eating the orange. I brought you in this business. Shut up.
Right
on.
It's just.
God, I'm trying to think of another movie.
I'm telling you. You see how fast you came up with Aliens?
Yeah, because that was always that was it.
I can't even think of
where a woman is just it's her thing is so the strength of it. Like usually, like here's women. It's I feel bad sometimes for what they go through. And I was sitting down the other day, and I talk about this sometimes. It's just the idea of the helplessness that that out of control. So a beautiful woman, you figure like this. 20 guys a day hit on her. A beautiful woman. I'm lowballing it.
Yeah.
So 20 guys a day hit on her. So you figure that's about almost 8,000 men a year. And she still feels helpless because with all those choices, it still really isn't up to her. Ultimately, it's still up to us. And the thing that hit me the other day is that I thought I had to take a number 2, but I really just had to. No, I thought, what's 1? What's 1? A 2 is
1.
1 is that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I had to take a 2, but I just had to take a 1. So I'm sitting down.
Oh, I gotcha.
Just peeing.
Yeah.
And I just felt miserable.
Yeah, you don't want to.
It didn't seem right.
I felt helpless.
Yeah.
It's not cool to sit down to pee.
No.
And
just say sit down, just in case.
It's not cool to sit down.
Yeah.
It's like when you stand up, you're just like you're looking back and you're going, I wish somebody would. Come up on me. It's a warlike.
There's one reason you sit down on the bowl, and that is for the number 2, as they say.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But when I've been in that circumstance where you think your stomach's telling you, man, I think I better go sit on the bowl for a little bit, and then you realize no. But then he's sitting there making that sound, that girly sound.
And it's tucked between your legs, and
Like,
you're just like...
the guy sound is great. The altitude gives it like that just standard sound.
It's a strength.
Yeah. And then the girl sound...
that you can do other things while you're doing it.
Yeah. The girl sound is... It's like, what the hell is that? What kind of sound is that?
I don't know how they can be. I mean, this all goes to the Sarah Palin thing. It's just you just. I look at Condoleezza, and not because she's black. It's just something about her that seems like she has a shotgun under her dress. Like
she had to sacrifice
about her, man.
But she had to sacrifice like sensuality and kind of her womanliness, because Sarah Palin is still embracing this womanly thing where, you know, she's a mom. You look at her and go, well, there's a mom. There's this mom. She's trying to be vice president. It's all about like womanly things when she gives her speeches. But Condoleezza is all business. She gets up there. She's in her smart little friggin' business skirt.
She took whatever natural like emotion of a woman, and turned it into the stare. She has a 1,000-yard stare.
Oh yeah.
And you look at her, and I look at Condoleezza. Again, I'll turn anything racial in a minute, but it's not even that.
No, it's not.
You just go, ooh.
Yeah.
Like you know that when she goes over there and talks to Iranians, and that they try to treat her like a chick.
Yeah. She'll have none of it.
What?
She gives you the look of disgust, like, what are you doing? Right?
Like, am I, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm with you.
You know, like, but Palin just has that. That's why I brought that up, because I'm going.
Yeah.
I never seen it's rare you see a girl that you go, my leader.
Yeah.
Please, I'll follow you.
Very true. Hey, let's move on to there's so much to do today. Jim Cramer is telling everyone to get out of the market. Yesterday, at one point, the market was down 800 points, something like that, 850, and then it came back a bit.
A little rebound.
Who's Jim Cramer?
Well, Jim Cramer is the Mad Money guy.
The Mad Money guy. He's he kind of took off. He got very popular. Hold on. He got very popular in the market, giving advice. And got his own show. And for, a year, he's just been praising the market. Get in there. When the market took a dump, he's like, oh, boy, yeah, great buy opportunity. Well, he finally...
Is he big in the Midwest?
He's big everywhere.
Yeah.
He's got his TV show.
Got a wacky TV show with wacky sound effects. People seem yelling all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
And then he yesterday said, look, if you're gonna need some of this money for like the next 5 years, get it out of the market tomorrow.
Yeah,
but if we had everybody panic.
Yeah, but if everyone takes it out, I mean, you've lost a lot of value. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I know. That's just it. I mean, he's saying if you need the money,
right?
A lot of people have money that perhaps they need,
right?
And he's saying, unless you can let it sit there for 5 years, take it out.
Because it's not going to do anything in the next 5 years.
I don't agree with that. I don't know. I still think this is a lot of panicking over something that isn't real. There's substantial stuff here. I mean, the real estate, all the credit problems, but it's not this huge situation where people should just panic sell every friggin' sector in the market. It's crazy.
If you wasn't told, if somebody didn't tell us that we should be worried, would something be happening to you right now that would make you worry if somebody didn't? Like, I look into gas prices, and I remember when I was a kid into sneakers, when I knew about sneakers, got jobs and to buy my sneakers were $30, $29.99. That's how much they were.
Yeah.
Then all out of nowhere, Jordans just come out and they're $100.
Right.
And it was shocking.
Yeah.
People cried.
It was the news. On the news, they were saying, "Oh my God, $100 sneakers."
Reebok pumps went up to they were $179.
Reebok
the pumps were $179, and it was like, holy Jesus, no, right?
Yeah.
Then right when it was holy Jesus, no, they went down to $90, and people went, whew, woo. But 90 was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So the pimp move is this. It was $1.10 for gas, goes up to $2, then it goes up to $5, and we're going to kill everybody. And then it's down now to about $2.70. And that's where it's
hovering around $3 right now.
It depends on where you go, obviously.
Yeah, the barrel is down to, what, 80 some odd bucks a barrel now?
Yeah, it took, I think, 89 or something.
They said that's the good news with this whole financial crisis is the fact that, gas is getting cheaper.
Yeah,
but it's still,
but we're still
victimized.
But we're still paying. I get what Patrice is saying. Over $1 more than we're used to paying, but now we're happy. Paying $3,
right? And that's where
because 4 and 5 is outrageous.
That's how it works.
And by the way, that's a black thing with the sneakers. Whitey has one pair of sneakers that they wear out.
I'm trying to use my experience, but it's like
I don't get the black culture with the sneakers.
But I don't get the white. Here's the thing I always white. It's just different things. Black people spend all their money on sneakers and maybe some rims. And white people will buy a life-size replica of Superman for $10,000 and think that that's noble. Like you have your white things. Yeah. Just stop it, would you?
But you guys buy sneakers. Patrice and I have talked about this. I'm not sure if we've talked about it a lot on the air, but you'll buy sneakers and wear them like twice, and then these are done.
Yeah, they lose the shape.
So then what happens?
They just there.
Do you throw them out, or you just throw them in a closet?
You put them in that box, the Goodwill box, or.
There you go.
But he wears sneakers twice.
Yeah,
twice, 3 times, and that's it.
Nice
like Ant's sneakers
these are my boots.
Yeah, it's time to go.
When do you decide to wear them? You know what I mean? Like, you got these nice sneakers that you're only going to wear twice. What goes through your head? Like, today's the day I'm going to wear my sneakers.
With your outfit. Some sneakers don't hold up. Like,
what if no one looks down that day?
Air Force Ones they're almost disposable. They just and those are the big sneakers. But you only can wear Air Force Ones 3 times at the most. But like a pair of Adidas, well-made, shell-toe Adidas, you can wear them for about a year. Mm-hmm. Certain sneakers, but the idea is. It's the word's fresh. You gotta,
What if you could keep your sneakers looking fresh and like they're brand new?
What, with polish? That's when you ain't got no money. Let me tell you what money does. Money, I'm 100 air. I can anything in the hundreds I'm okay with dealing with. I'm 100 air. Sneakers, it's fine. I'll buy sneakers at any point, at any time, and just. Sometimes you don't want to worry about certain things. It's almost like, remember when you had no money and you had to be creatively romantic? Only poor people have to be creatively romantic. Mm-hmm. Think of ways to write your own poems or, you just have to be, you have to think.
That's a great point.
When you have money,
you're like,
you go here.
Here's a day at the spa.
Exactly. When you don't have money,
old days, it was a scavenger hunt.
You have to cut a picture of her face out of aluminum foil, and it looks just like her. Right. You don't need to do that. So when you have a little dough, you can do what you want, and what you want to do is buy fresh sneakers.
All right,
that's all.
Before we move on, but it seems like a psychological thing because stupid me. I'm thinking if you brought in sneakers that you wore 2-3 times. Mm-hmm. I would say they're brand new.
Because of your sneakers.
But how would you know that they're not brand new, and how would others know that, this guy's wearing sneakers he's already worn twice? That's crazy.
Because they start to be shaped like your feet.
Just like that.
Let me see your shoes you got on now.
You're going to laugh. They're over
I'm not going to laugh because you're white.
They're over a year old, and I don't care.
Right. So if a black guy wore those sneakers.
These are my...
Even though the style right now for the young brothers is white guy-ness, is these tight... dressed like skateboarder kind of thing, wearing the crazy T-shirts with the skulls and stuff on it. They're dressing kind of white. But that right there, in terms of white world, I expect that. You know what I mean? I expect it. Like a stunt, man. He just,
I got, I don't know, 3 or 4 pairs of sneakers, but these are my go-to ratty, I'm going to work sneakers. Who cares? It's just a different world.
You just want to...
Hug me?
You just want to look right, man. You just want to look nice.
Here's what Kramer was saying yesterday.
So for investors, what is your advice today?
Okay, whatever money you may need for the next 5 years, please take it out of the stock market right now, this week, I do not believe that you should risk those assets in the stock market.
Even if you would take a tremendous loss and selling your stocks at this decline, you say take it out?
I don't care. I do not care where stocks have been.
Years.
I do not care where stocks have been. I care where they're going. And I don't want people to get hurt in this market.
But if you'd need it after 5 years, then don't touch it.
Well, yes, if you have that much flexibility. I'm worried about unemployment. I'm worried about your purchases that you may need. I can't have you risk that in the stock market for the next 5 years.
Very dramatic statement, Jim. Very dramatic statement. For savers,
I thought about this all weekend.
Yeah?
I do not want to say these things on TV.
Yeah, a lot of people follow Kramer.
He's such a tool.
He really is.
He sounded like he was ready to cry again.
The stock market, there's guys Anthony brought this up last week. They are making money.
Rich.
Through this whole crisis because they know how to play this crap.
They know how to manipulate.
And then Joe Sixpack, like us.
Yeah.
We're the ones panicking, taking our money out and with tremendous losses.
Taking it out with a big loss. And then buying back in when it goes up, so you're losing money. And then there are guys, veterans in the business that have been on Wall Street for a while that just know how to play these things. There was a guy I was just reading in the paper of I guess a 40-year veteran in the trenches down in Wall Street. That's just like, why are people panicking?
Right.
What are they doing? Who's killing themselves? Like in the Depression, who killed themselves?
I don't know. I think there's I think that's an urban legend as far as raining people out the windows.
I think it's the average guy.
But it's people that have lost everything.
Because the average guy is... It affects him, though.
This crap, yeah. You have a little money, you throw it in your 401k or whatever, and you're losing money, and then people are bailing and taking
So it is the middle
losses.
class. I'm starting to understand what the middle class is, so I really didn't know.
The guys on Wall Street, with Kramer saying this, knowing that people are going to follow what Kramer's saying, they're sitting there like this with their hands like,
if you're
good for me.
Yeah. If you're wealthy, you don't have to worry about it because you got some liquid assets. And if you're poor, you don't have to worry about it. You're absolutely right. It's that middle class that is taking their money. They don't want to keep it in the bank with a crappy interest. So they put a little portfolio together and try to make some money with their money.
Yeah.
Or 401k through the job. And then they look at their statement and go, oh my God, I've lost so much value.
Here's who's in danger. Educated poor.
The educated poor.
The non-ignorant poor. The ones that have a little money and they're going to take it and gamble with it and invest it.
And make some money with it.
Uneducated poor just has it in the bank. Uneducated rich just have it in the bank.
Yeah.
But educated rich doesn't even matter because they got that kind of money.
Right.
And educated poor, these are the people that are in deep trouble.
Also, to add to that, you can't be a panicky Pete if you're going to play the stock market.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, could you punch me up a 10-year graph of the Dow?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. Let me take a look at that.
Here's the rest of what Jim Kramer had to say.
So what is coming that makes you say that?
I believe that we could have as much as a 20% decline in the stock market. If you can withstand that, of which most people can't, then I think what you have to do, if you can withstand it, is just ride it out.
Why do you think a 20% decline? Where does this number come from?
Well, I calculate the individual Dow stocks and see how far they could fall, retracing much of the move between 2000 and 2005. So literally, I'm just counting Dow stock by Dow stock. That's where I get it.
Hey, real fast, Bill from Comac, he writes, Barron's reported in 2007 that Kramer's stock picks consistently perform worse than the Dow and the S&P 500. Bottom line, the guy is a tool.
He's a hack.
So, all
right, that's the 10-year?
Yeah.
All right, look at the downturn. It's no different than a couple of other spots where, obviously 9/11 is right there. That's that big dip right there.
Right.
And then we had a nice big climb.
It's been climbing since 2001.
It's been climbing. It peaks. It goes back down. What do you think? That's just going to slide back down to zero?
And guess what? All the people that are smart enough to get in now,
right, will be the people that
But who's brave enough to do that?
I know.
That's the whole deal.
Yeah.
People who got $1 million to wait for.
As disposable income.
Disposable. So some poor dude's taking his money out.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be too late.
At a big loss.
Hindsight's 20/20. Somebody better invent a time machine and then keep it to themselves.
There's guys. I know some of the guys, and trust me, they are doing very well the last week or two.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing down there. So
I want to. Here's my prediction for today. I don't know. I'm talking out my crack, but I believe the market will go up today. I think we're going to have an upturn. I think a lot of people know that a lot of these stocks are oversold. What is the credit? There's mortgage problems, the credit problems. They passed this bill for this huge friggin' bailout. So what's all the panic? What's all the panic about? Mm-hmm. People are going to see some bargains and start buying.
I believe you're right, Anthony. We'll see you later today.
Yes.
The one thing I need is one guy. We gotta get one guy. We decide he's the guy that goes on TV and tells us all to get our money out of the bank. That's out
of the bank.
That's all.
That'd be crazy.
Look, I already kissed my stocks goodbye. There's nothing I can do with them.
Not going to kiss my cash goodbye.
Right. I'm lucky enough to be able to sit on my stocks through this.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm selling anything right now. But I really need to know when we need to get the money out of the bank.
If you have to go to the bank and take your money out, the country will be just in shambles.
I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people out there are going, wow, is my money safe in the bank?
Well,
and when do I...
WAMU or something.
Well, yeah, true. When do I have to go down there and
Bob's Bank? If you're in Bob's Bank, I get it out and put it in a reputable.
I want to go to the bank with just pillowcases and say, all right, fill it up,
load it up.
Today's the day.
Here for
Give
a
me
withdrawal.
$10 million. I'd figure out something, not a safety deposit, but I'd just put it in the floor.
Yes, you put it in the floor.
My money in the floor and it's taking them out with rubber bands on it. My girl asked me for I'd throw, hit her in the head with a $10,000 loaf. Go buy my car with cash. I mean, why would I care about having my money in the bank? And the thing is about cash being worthless is if I have cash. And you can buy things with cash. As long as you can buy things with cash, it can't be worthless.
Use cash.
Right.
But people just don't know. And I think I'm at the age where I don't have the ability to learn anymore. I try to, whatever I was supposed to learn, it's in there. It's in there.
That's it.
But if I try to learn the stock market right now, it'll just be useless.
Yeah.
So, I just know what I know.
Just hang tough. We got to take a break. I think Sam's running in here with Jocktober.
God, do we love Jocktober.
We got a station or a show out of Cleveland.
Oh.
That we're going to have some fun with today. Also, after the break, we want to make RPI, one of our regular listeners, a star today. He's got an OJ song that I think we can make a hit for him. We'll play it next for everybody.
Familiar.
Opie and Anthony. Jim Norton. Let's take a peek at Leno tonight. Norton's going to be on.
Yeah.
When Norton's not here, Patrice is probably my favorite fill-in, I got to say. You give us a nice energy. We like to follow your lead. What?
Don't commit to that.
It's just nice.
There's a lot. You have access to a lot of young gentlemen.
Just accept the compliment.
I accept it, but
all right?
Now you got to deal with Bobby. And
Bobby's going to be in tomorrow, and the guys we have in filling for Jim, we like them all. I'm just saying. You give us a nice energy, and we kind of follow your lead when you're in here.
This sounds very strange, and I don't like
you know what? God.
It's the guest mic. They plugged me into the guest mic thing because my mic is all screwy. I think my module on the board.
Listen to
and I sound really stupid. It's kind of this weird... Muffled. Yeah, muffled is the word. I'm muffled. Could you just pop me back where I was, and I'll smack the mic every time it crackles?
Yeah, that's how,
I'll just smack the mic when
supposedly we're a big...
That sounds like crap.
Supposedly we're a big radio show, a big to-do, but,
Just put me back where I was.
No, just do it. I don't care. Just unhook them. I'm not potting anyone down. We got a mic where it has to go like this. And let's be professional broadcasters. Pot them down before I yank the cord. No, that's not working.
I'm getting nothing. All right, Ope. Anyway, I'll do this show like this.
We've only been bitching about the mic for 3 or 4 days, And then the company gets mad at me because I bitch on the air.
Okay, that's better.
All right.
That I like.
All right, just
That's a good mic.
How about we try to fix the mic when we're not here?
Yeah, that should be...
I don't think anyone else uses the studio when we're gone here.
Top priority. You know, top priority should be...
He scooted in and scooted right out of here.
He doesn't want to deal with it. I understand.
If Opie and Anthony's mic don't work, and it's the Opie and Anthony Show,
right,
that should be top priority.
But
getting the mic to work on a radio show.
Yeah. The whole radio business is falling apart. We're just making believe it's not. We're making believe that it's not falling apart around us.
Yeah.
And a few months back, maybe about a year ago now, they just fired 1 million people in the company and just figured, nothing will change.
It's like, and
without getting too picky, trust me, I can list a whole bunch of things that have changed since they fired a bunch of folks.
I said it's just like those sim games, like Sim City and Sim Amusement Park, where you have to have people sweep up to keep the people happy in the amusement park. You have to have the rides maintained, or else they break down and people die in accidents on the roller coaster and stuff like that. That's what happened. This is Sim Radio Station.
Yeah.
And they had everything working, but then you get rid of a lot of people, and then the amount of money you're spending goes down.
Yeah.
But things start falling apart.
Right.
Just like a game. So now it's my microphone.
Well, it's just like
I really don't see anybody in here anymore.
Dude,
No.
there's we could do this from our house at this point. There used to be like a GM that came in every day.
There's no one in the hallways
We
anymore.
love Tom coming in, even with his dumb ties and his authority. But it was nice. You felt like you were part of something.
Yeah.
Now it's like I don't know who does the show after us. I don't know what format we're currently doing at this radio station. I stopped keeping track a while ago.
And
You
there's
just come in.
Yeah, there's no one here.
When we leave at a little after 9,
And what do you
I
pick
see
your checks up?
nobody
They
in
just
the
come
hall.
in the mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, the check's in the mail.
Yeah. I don't know who the boss is. There's somebody they say is our boss, but we don't see that person
I don't even see
often at all.
massages. I haven't seen massages in a minute.
Oh, no, she's...
No, she's
coming back.
getting things taken care of.
Yeah, she'll be back very soon. But this is what's happening to the business. We're pretty much the last dinosaurs walking the earth.
Here it is.
This is it. We're it. They fired everybody else. They fired every other edgy show out there.
Yeah.
We're the last edgy show. Name another edgy show. Seriously. Name one edgy show.
On regular radio.
Skeeter and McGillicuddy
Skeeter and McGillicuddy.
in Salt Lake City.
McGillicuddy.
This is it. We're the last survivors. This whole radio thing's going to become something else, and we'll be a part of it. I'm sure.
We're just taking breaths as our nostrils poke out of the tar pit.
I don't think so. I disagree. You guys sound like this Kramer guy.
No.
Oh, a little panicky?
I don't think so. I think radio is just one of those things that's never going to be.
It's a new renaissance.
You need it.
Patrice, we have been doing radio in New York City for 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
The difference in 10 years is unbelievable. There used to be a lot of energy and people coming and going, all right, I know you guys are in the middle of a show, but I need an answer on this and this promotion and this. Now it's just like crickets. It's just us.
And they're sitting there waiting for you to mess up so they can the boss will show up.
There's no boss.
There's nothing.
There's technically a boss, but I don't think I'm not going to trash the person, but there's no boss. We run the show.
There's no Tom Giasano right now.
No.
Wow.
No, Tom was hands-on. He was let go to save money, and they brought somebody else in, but this person runs a bunch of stations and stuff, and
Oh, really?
it's a babysitter. What happened?
Yeah, a little.
I tell you what, this mic isn't on.
What happened? Yeah, go ahead. What?
That mic.
Oh, that mic doesn't work at all?
Go to that one.
What happened?
Well, exactly. Is that one on?
Yeah.
Let Steve explain.
What's up, Steve?
Exactly what you're talking about is why we got yanked off BCN for about 8 minutes the other day, because there's one engineer servicing a bunch of different stations, and he didn't know that he wasn't supposed to yank one feed out.
Great.
Basically,
Just pulled. We were pulled. Our plug was
yeah,
pulled.
the plug was pulled.
Look, I understand, and I think we can bring it down to the average person listening to the show. There's a lot of people that run businesses, and they don't want to put money into the business because they're trying to save money, and it's a fine line. Do I buy the new tables and chairs for my restaurant, or do I give the place a nice paint job?
Right.
But after a while, when you start cutting corners, it does affect the product.
Yeah.
It's a balancing act.
Of course.
And we're starting to notice the other side of letting a lot of people go and not putting money back into the product. We're starting to notice. That's all I'm saying. But we'll move on. Patrice.
Damn, that's creepy.
Huh?
Yeah, it is.
Just creepy.
We've had a microphone that's shot for 3 or 4 days. The old days. What happened?
Look at this. There's just piece of a wire like from the old. It's not even. It's not plugged in. This part isn't plugged in. It's just dangling in front of me. I had to tuck it in here because it was blocking the view between me and Ope. So
yeah,
we'll step on each other. So now it just sticks up there. It's like college radio.
Yeah, the old school listeners, they understand. I used to completely lose my mind when stuff broke down. Now I just understand. I just laugh. I just laugh because I know what it is. Like we could bitch and complain. Nothing's going to change. They'll
it's just creepy. It's creepy.
They'll fire more people.
Like, what's going on?
It's just what the business has become.
How do you know people are listening right now?
Every country is broke. Is what it is.
We don't.
Every company is broke.
Who turns it on? Who turns on this show at 6?
We don't know.
Like you just come in and do do do. Yeah. And it's just who does that?
We don't know. We don't see anybody. We have to travel from one station to another every day. Like we leave here and then we do the second half of the show somewhere else, and there's no reason to be here anymore. Back in the day when we first started doing mornings here, it was like, okay, we need you here because this is happening, and you got to be salespeople, and Tom wants to make sure you guys aren't crossing the line and getting yourselves fired.
Yeah.
Now we just come in, don't see anybody. This is set up. Our music starts. We do the show. We leave. We just leave.
But
there's no saying hi to the next jock. I don't even know who the next. I swear to God, I have no idea who comes on after us.
The things that are leaving is what? Explain the demise of radio right now.
It's too tech. People are probably going to some other dumb show right now.
Not even the technical part, but is it going away? I mean, done?
There used to be like a general manager for every radio station. There used to be a program director for every station.
Right.
That's not the case anymore.
Now it's one guy takes care of
one GM,
like 8 stations.
Yeah.
And he's got to fly around doing shuttle diplomacy between all the stations.
There used to be a promotion department for every radio station. That's gone.
Huge sales team, huge promotion department. Remember, there used to be promotion departments where there would be a gaggle of people that would just figure out promotions for the station.
Yeah.
Where you'd go out, you'd have bar nights, you'd do this, that, and the prizes, all kinds of stuff.
Now they can't afford to fill up the van.
The van with gas.
The radio station van.
What happened to the K-Rock girls?
There used to be a time like the radio station van would have a whole schedule every day. Every day we're going to be here, and here, giving out free stuff here. Now they can't even fill up the van because the gas is too expensive. So
remember the K-Rock girls? We saw them once.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they supposed to be out doing a bunch of things? And what happened to them?
I don't know.
Like we voted on them, and the winners became the K-Rock girls. And where you're on the website, Danny. What's the next thing they have scheduled?
We haven't seen.
Is it on there?
Since
we haven't seen them.
And we work for this radio station, so in our frame of mind, wouldn't we be like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. The K-Rock girls are out and about, really promoting the station, promoting our radio show.
Go, see who the girls are that we picked. They're going to be at such and such a club tonight.
You guys are saying we're the K-Rock girls, but the K-Rock girls were happy, and they're sitting around going, where's my duty?
Yeah. Right. What do I do?
If it's off our radar, that means they're definitely not doing much with the K-Rock girls. Simple as that.
No.
We would just know because we would just know. Back in the day at NEW, we knew what was going on without even trying.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't know who the guy is that's coming on next, I couldn't tell you the top 5 bands this station plays when we're off the air here in New York. I don't know what the K-Rock girls are doing. I don't know.
It's just such a weird
I don't think you understand. It's creepy. This is creepy to me.
Yeah.
Like it's weird because I'm going,
who's in charge?
I remember
who flips the switch.
Why don't you put her in charge?
I remember when the memo came out and they fired just company wide a lot of really good people. I read this thing. I went, ooh, this isn't good. this is going to hurt us in the end. This is going to hurt eventually.
Yeah, you're going to notice.
Oh, they'll save money right away, but eventually it's not going to be good for the business, for the company,
the bottom line.
for us personally.
Have you ever met one of these bosses, like the ultimate, as high as you can go boss?
Oh, yeah.
Who are interested in actually the art form of it, like that wants to save the...
Used to be.
I think they're all just holding on and hoping for the best.
Now, they just don't want to lose their gig.
Yeah.
So that, they can go and because eventually they just have to answer to the stockholders. That's who the big boss is now.
There'll be nobody at the top that goes, oh my God, radio's gone.
Radio disappeared.
Like, there's no one that's going to go, oh, Jesus Christ, radio's finished.
It's just gone.
So, we'll ride it out. We'll ride it out, see what happens.
God damn, that's creepy, man.
I think that's why the ethnic stations do very well. Because it's like the last line of people that are going to be getting into the technology end of things like iPods, phones that, play your songs, play your music. You
Satellite radio.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
HD radio, all that stuff.
There's so many choices now, and it's very difficult to continue doing radio. You got to have some kind of a commodity that can't just be thrown on an iPod.
Right.
I consider this show one of those commodities. You can't go to an iPod and go, all right, I want the iPod version of Opie and Anthony. It's got to be us, or you're not getting us.
Well, social commentary, I think you're always going to need. Yeah. People need someone to make things clear. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't just go on the iPod and listen. I mean, I buy iPod books because I just don't read them.
Yeah.
Read books, so I try to listen to Sidney Poitier's version of his own book.
Sidney Poitier.
And I just...
that fine actor.
And I just almost pass out as he goes Once Upon a Time. So you just need somebody to go, all right, listen to Kramer.
Yeah.
You just need that. It's
sure.
I hope that you do.
I think radio will reinvent itself. It'll become something different than what it is today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't know what destruction.
Yet, all right, listen.
Just get out of here.
Let's just go then.
We want to talk about this.
Shut it down.
We want to talk about the slave thing, but now we're going to have to wait till after the break. But let's make RPI a star today. OJ found guilty, looking like he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Yep.
I was listening to a lot of the talking heads on TV last night, and they're like, wow, he is cooked. He is done. They're trying to figure out what his next move is, and
there is no next move.
There's really no next move for OJ. This guy is done. His life is done.
Less than half of the 12 jurors said that they thought he got away with murder.
So they're hoping that.
So it's less than. But that they all.
Yeah, but they're hoping they could turn that into something. And the guys on TV last night,
nope.
They're basically saying he's going to have to spend over 100 years in jail if he lived that long.
They have to prove their shenanigans for OJ to get rid of.
Yeah.
And trust me, they probably sat there with that judge in that room, and they made sure every T was crossed because they're not going to let.
It wasn't another L.A. Debacle.
Right.
This was Vegas.
Even on the lowest level, there's a mandatory 2-year, a mandatory 2 to 15, mandatory. So he has some mandatory stuff. The kidnapping is 2 to life.
How is that, though? 2 to life.
2 to life, depending.
It's either going to be 2 years or your whole life. That's so dumb.
And he had found 12, felony counts.
Yeah.
Which is it's just amazing. And like I said, it's just, felony kidnapping it's just I grab you and I put you in a trunk and I say, give me money. Like, that's felony kidnapping.
Hostage for cash.
12 felony counts.
But it's tough to let. I've never even heard that. But it's tough to let a guy go that had a gun going into a hotel freaking room.
I don't think the Patty Hearst dude's got that kind of.
I understand. But hey, because we're getting off schedule here. But RPI, I don't know how, but we want to make him a star today. He does great work for the Opie and Anthony Show. He's got a song called OJ Folsom Prison Blues.
Maybe he'll get into radio.
Well,
we have an OJ song.
Little familiar, Ed.
Little familiar.
So this is RPI. We're going to try to make this happen. Studio falling apart. Debate tonight. Another boring debate.
Who's this? Who's debating?
Hey, you got the big boys tonight.
Contenders.
Who?
Obama and McCain.
Who these guys?
Town hall format, though.
Yeah.
So they get to walk around and feel like they're just kind of hanging with the peeps.
The town hall meeting.
Can I ask you a question? It's little Sally from somewhere in North Dakota.
Hello, Mr. Obama.
But they're calculated. They talk to the people ahead of time. All right, yeah, you could ask that question. Yeah, you could ask that one.
What are your plans for the youth of America? Well, we have to invest in the youth of America. It's our biggest resource that we... Shut it.
I ain't lying. Oh,
it sucks. I get disappointed. I watch all the debates, and you kind of want... I was thinking about this. You kind of want a radio war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get two, like, big to-dos, and they really go at it. But they're so polite, and
they
don't go for the jugular.
Deep, boring voice. And McCain has this high, boring voice. Meh. Brr. Meh.
Meh.
Brr. Meh. Brr. Meh. Brr. Meh. Brr. So what do you think?
And neither candidate knows what to do with this financial crisis. That's what I think is hilarious.
No, of course
they're
not.
just like us, like hamana.
Yeah, what? Because he's, either one of them have been in politics for so long, they know the dynamic of the financial world.
You like to think the president might know a little something.
They know nothing.
I know they don't.
They know how to keep their jobs. That's what they know. That is the number one prime directive of a politician, is to keep your goddamn job and do not what you think is right or it's best for the country, but do what will get you elected again the next time around.
You know who's amazing is who's the other guy that's the villain? Not Dick Cheney, but the other villain.
Paulson?
No, the other
Where are we going?
Big time villain.
Well,
it's not George Bush. It's not Dick Cheney. The other one.
Well, the other one is gone. Rumsfeld?
Rumsfeld.
Yeah, he's gone. He's been gone for a long time now.
But he's been around.
Oh, yeah,
just
forever.
Not the president for 30 years.
You look at
he's
pictures.
Just been around as a dude.
Yeah. You look at pictures of Kennedy, and there's Rumsfeld
just
in the background.
Those are the scary dudes. He's not the president, but he's just a dude. That's just, what up?
Yeah. It's like Nixon, and then you just see Rumsfeld in the background again. It's like Zelig. He's just everywhere.
He's probably been running the country for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And no one knows for
Henry
sure.
Kissinger, he's just around.
He shows up every so often. His voice has gotten so much worse than it used to be. Now he can barely talk. He just sounds like this. I think it's a big problem that must be taken care of. Wow, Al Henry.
Now that
you're gone, man.
Now that he's been part of the American culture for 80 some odd years, when is he going to lose the dumb accent?
Okay, I'll stop talking like that.
Right, it's just dumb. Let's get into some Jocktober stuff.
Jacktober.
Here's the official sweeper, a brand new one, by the way.
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show. It's a celebration of hacky, pukey radio shows and DJs from across this great nation of ours.
Oh, it's just the worst.
That sound is actually coming out from between her legs rather than her mouth, I think.
Yeah.
Strike up the crapola, it's Jocktober.
There's a person stranded. There's a show. It's stranded.
That's funny. Good stuff. Hey, now there you go. There's a little improv stand-up for you.
What the hell was that?
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's all do it.
There was no joy attached to that sound.
None.
Oh, my God.
And there you go. We're ready for Jocktober today. Sam's in studio.
Many stations celebrate Rocktober. We celebrate Jocktober and highlight shows from around the nation with jocks. And, of course, so we hope there's a hole in everyone. A hole, that's code for the woman on the show.
It's code
There's
for...
always the hole, the fun kryptonite.
It's called the yield sign.
Yeah, the yield sign.
Yeah.
Anything that can slow any fun down,
yeah,
the hole will do it.
Oh, yeah.
And, Sam, does this show have a hole?
You bet it does.
You betcha.
You betcha.
We are looking in on the morning show. Is that what they're called? Just
Yeah.
the morning show.
Just the morning show.
All right. And this is with Trapper Jack.
Yeah, he's kind of the captain of the ship.
Sam, let me tell you something. For any new listener, let me just fill you in. Sam is a douche.
He really.
Sam is such a. He looks so innocent, but he is the biggest son of a bitch out of anyone I've ever known in radio, by the way. Anybody that's been involved in our show, like my whole career of knowing from interns to people we work with, you are just a bastard.
Well, that's quite an honor. Thank you.
And, okay, so Trapper Jack is the captain of the ship.
Yeah.
The beauty of Sam, by the way, it's stealth, too.
Oh, it is?
It's all stealth.
Yeah,
Comes across as a nice guy, but he ain't fooling anybody.
I've seen him talk with people where they actually think he's carrying on a conversation, cares about what they're saying, is talking to them, and it isn't sarcastic.
Yeah.
And I'm just watching, going, oh my God, this person has no clue. He's just being mocked and goofed on. Sam's notorious. It's great.
All right, so we got the morning show with Trapper Jack.
Yeah, the captain.
The captain.
The info man.
What's the info
Who
man?
Is the info man?
Well, I think the info man is their announcer and I guess their news guy. He didn't really give out much info this morning, but he was there.
Every morning show has to have the captain of the ship, some kind of info guy, that gets a little edgy in between newscasts, you know.
That's why he
gets in on the discussion a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Some of the,
and then you got the yield sign, which is the hole, and also you got to have some kind of stunt boy. Yeah. And you got to kind of call him stunt boy or stunt this or stunt that.
I didn't hear any stunt boy, but that might also be because it's a soft rock station.
Oh,
so
soft rock.
Ooh, soft rock.
Soft rock.
So they're really keeping it safe this show.
The hole is Terry, what is that?
Moyer.
Yeah, M-O-I-R.
Yeah.
So Terry, Trapper Jack, and the Info Man.
Yeah, it's out of WDOK in Cleveland.
All right.
WDOK.com for the visual today.
Oh, yeah.
So people can play along at home.
Let's punch that up and see if we can look at what they look like, Danny. That'd be a pleasure.
I swear this is the first time I'm looking at them. And I'm laughing already because I just know it's not
I know what this is going to be like. It's going to be three people with their arms around each other smiling in some wacky setting.
Yeah,
it's just the same crap.
Oh my God!
Is that her? I can't see her. Is it? Can we get a bigger picture? Or okay, thanks. I would never question.
She's all right for
Danny.
That's a way better Terry.
Yeah, she's all right for a radio chick.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Okay.
Really? I said all right. I didn't say.
She's a better Terry though.
Yeah,
She's an upgrade Terry.
Dude, anything is better than
Terry
yesterday. Yeah, but
good old Terry Clifford got a beating yesterday for all you Rochester listeners.
This is a haggard mom teetering on grandmotherhood.
Well, she's got the waterfall bangs.
Yeah,
the rest of the hair is permed. I don't know what's going on.
The hairdo is very very old.
She looks like the woman who was bit by Robert De Niro in Cape Fear.
Yeah,
right.
I can see that.
All right, well, and who else we got?
All right, let's look at either Trapper Jack or Info Man. Let's see.
And she might be she might get top billing because when you pop up the website, there she is.
Soft rock.
Oh,
here we go. Now we're talking.
There's Trapper Jack.
Trapper Jack.
What's up?
How old would you put Trapper Jack at?
Oh, he's probably.
Oh, look at that. All right, Trapper Jack.
Trapper Jack.
Oh, does he look like a ghoul? He looks a little like Peter Gabriel. A little bit like Peter Gabriel.
He's probably been kicking around the Cleveland market for 20 some odd years, I'd imagine.
King of Cleveland.
All right, why don't we get right into this here? So, Jocktober, the morning show, with Trapper Jack. We got Terry.
Yeah.
Talking about her run-in with the law. Now, this is weird because that's Anthony's bit.
That's me. I've talked many times about getting pulled over and how it goes.
And why did you pick this break? Because it's very similar to how Anthony handles the cops?
I just figured part of Jocktober is kind of seeing maybe if our show needs to improve based on the techniques of others.
And
then maybe we could pick up a couple tips from Terry and the gang.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go.
Listen carefully, Anthony.
I am.
Terry Moyer was stopped by a member of law enforcement this
The
morning.
gendarme?
The gendarme, gendarme John Goddard. And
But I was wrong.
you were wrong. That's
I
right.
was
You were wrong.
100%
And you told him,
wrong.
what'd you say? As soon as he pulled you over, what did you say?
I got out my license, I got out my registration. As he walked up, I handed him the license and the registration, and I said, I was wrong, and I got nothing.
Assuming what? What were you assuming?
Well, he was going to say, ma'am, do you know what you did wrong? Yeah, I know I was wrong, but I actually didn't know whether I was speeding or whether I wasn't sure what it was.
First observation. When you're talking about real life stuff, you can't do it like this. So, you got pulled over this morning. You gotta, if you're gonna have real talk, you gotta use your voice. This type of voice should just be, introing records and doing weather forecasts.
Dave Mustaine's picture up there as a comparison. A little bit. I like that.
A little bit.
The hair.
So there's the beginning of the I got pulled over bit, Anthony.
So we know that she was wrong because she mentioned it 4 times in 30 seconds.
She said she was wrong.
But didn't know what she did at all.
And she got nothing?
Yeah, she said, I have nothing. But she had no idea what she did. She just knew whatever it was wrong.
It was wrong. Okay.
And so I said to him, I know the speed limit, I have children, and I know I should have gotten up earlier if I'd wanted to pack those lunches.
Oh, good answer,
and he
Mom.
looked at me and he said, I didn't get you for speeding. He said, you did not come to a complete and full stop back at that stop sign. And I said, I know because I'm a moron. And I said, and I apologize. I mean, I was very contrite because I knew I was wrong. I mean, what was I going to say? I knew I was wrong. So he said, all right, well, I'm going to let you off with a warning. And I said, thank you so much.
Well, that was nice.
That was really extremely nice.
And then he gave you more information.
Then he said to me, by the way, just for your information, we're going to be out all week. Mm-hmm. All these streets around here.
Mm-hmm.
All the streets.
Be aware out there today.
Yes.
There seems to be something in the air besides the fall weather here.
Oh, my God. Would you just kill yourself? I would go home and just swallow a shotgun.
Pack those lunches.
Oh,
that took me a little while.
And you know this guy wanted to be like the next Howard Stern or something, and now he's just doing soft rock morning show.
Well, yeah, he's doing edgy radio because his co-host didn't come to a complete stop.
And she calls herself a moron, which is weird because her last name is Moore, so Terry Moron, you know. I wonder if they play off that.
Ho, ho. Did she, was that what it was, rolling through a stop sign?
She just didn't come to a complete stop.
Darn her.
Gosh darn it.
Oh, wow.
To you.
It's probably a supercar weekend for her.
I'll tell you how many
probably
times.
Probably a supercar weekend for her.
Yeah.
Supercar weekend.
I think we just depressed Patrice with this whole thing. It's just bad, huh?
This is it, huh?
Yeah, this is what some people have. This is all they have.
It's just wow. And they just again, I come in every once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
And you just go, is it really like the challenge? Like, okay, if they just weren't able to be fired, would they be down to do something else?
Yeah.
If they knew like this, they're always at the threat of being fired. Mm-hmm. But he just knows how to not be fired. There's just no more fighting him. Mm-hmm. And it's just, and then this woman.
A lot of these guys, they get beaten down to the point that management knows they're going to behave. This guy will never say anything crazy or edgy,
and they just know.
He will never know the feeling of like leaving a radio station and wondering if you have a job the next day.
No. He just knows.
Which, by the way, is a terrific feeling. The
He's there
adrenaline rush
forever.
you get, it's amazing.
He's there forever.
And then you get to call, like in our case, I'll call Anthony and go, holy yes, we skated.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I hope we did.
Oh, my God.
Wait another day.
Right.
Well, don't jinx it.
How many times have we called each other? I think we're going to skate on this one.
I think we made it. Hope so.
They bought our excuse.
Oh, God, I can't watch this goddamn commercial.
What?
Old vag neck.
Yeah, why do they bring him back?
I don't know. When I used to smoke so many cigarettes, will ever be the same again. Not even the simple things.
You could do the voice box. Just do it like this, Anthony.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's just horrible. They show him swabbing it out, and then they show him at the doctor's office. I have to get checked every 6 months to see if the cancer has come back. And they stick a light down there.
My favorite part is when he uses the Q-tip to wipe out the hole he breathes in now because he smoked.
Who's smoking?
This is how they're getting people to quit here in New York.
Ugh.
He used to be a healthy boy, and he used to swim, and he can't swim anymore because the water would go in his neck.
Immediately, you turn. When I saw that, I couldn't. And they got one now. Watch out because you're gonna roll over and kill your baby.
Yeah.
Like, dude, why do I need this?
Yeah, there's too much else to worry about. All right, let's get back to this terrific radio out of Cleveland, WDOK.
You can't get Trapper Jack on an iPod.
That's right. Now this is
true.
Yes. The first was kind of them just kind of talking about their lives,
right?
You know.
Is this the #1 show in Cleveland?
I don't even know.
I don't know their ratings.
Trapper Jack makes a Britney Spears joke. Now that's kind of brave and probably a bit edgy, I would assume.
A little bit,
any Britney Spears joke would be a bit on the edgy side. Terry throws up the yield sign though and goes, now.
Oh, the whole steps in. Okay.
Britney Spears has a exercise video coming out.
She's going to do the Jane Fonda thing. She is going to show you how she got back in shape and help you get in shape too.
The gurney crunches are phenomenal. They really are.
She looks great.
She looks.
She has really worked her way back.
Yeah, she has.
Oh my God.
No, she looks great.
It's the same broad working on every single one of these shows. That was their chance to have a little
voice,
fun.
The same girl, the same voice. No, she looks great. Oh, how dare you?
Gurney crunches. I mean, come on. That's all right. Oh, now she looks great. Then we move on to Terry.
Speaking of cars, Ford is going to come out with a smart key that will, if you program it as such, you won't be able to drive over 80 in your car.
Well, the idea is for the teen, primarily.
Right. Yeah, they won't be able to turn the stereo up more than halfway.
I love that.
And
that is funny.
The stereo will go off automatically after 5 minutes if the driver hasn't buckled up.
Oh, I love this.
It will become disabled. I guess Ford came out with the very first anti-theft chip that came out, so they're kind of...
Can you set it lower than 80?
No.
Oh,
shut up.
No, that's really...
Set it for 10.
Can you set it for lower than 80?
Than 80 so fast. This is the bitch that's in front of me every day.
You shouldn't even be going 80.
Oh, that's driving like a maniac. That's driving like a crazy person.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe it? Can you get it lower than 80?
They just look for news stories and say, what's the least amount of fun you could have talking about this?
Right. I would be fired for sexual harassment. I would be just like, and not because I pull out my junk. I would just have to call her the C, or I
would pull out my junk. I would like get behind her when she doesn't know, unzip, pull out your stuff there, and then tap her on the shoulder so she turns her head and you hit her in the cheek. And then watch the sexual harassment charges pile up.
I would just ask her if she wants to smell my fingers every morning until she quits. Just go away. Let us men have some fun.
Dip your fingers in tuna.
Right,
and then put them under her nose and go, do you think I should tell her something?
Right.
Do you think I should say something to...
I had a wild one last night. Smell, Terry.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to HR.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
Wow, is she just anti-fun?
I'm just interested in seeing the people, like the people listen.
Yeah, who's listening?
Regular listening,
chuckling along in their car.
The face of a real fan of the show.
Yeah.
Like just who are you?
Where they go? They go out to every one of their appearances.
Yeah. Hi.
Probably bake them.
Oh, I've been a fan for so long. Yeah, my name is Joan, and I've been a fan for so long. This is my friend Sharon. Hi, big fan. I just love, Terry, how you keep the guys in check. You know, you control that show. You wear the pants on that show.
And the guy's just sitting there.
The guy's got to sit there and just go, I'm gonna knock her in the head with a lug wrench out in the parking lot.
I had dreams when I got in this business, and now I'm with this broad.
Yeah.
And her yappy friends. Well, we got a trivia question.
I love trivia.
The real morning shows out there, they have to have a trivia question every morning.
You got to get the callers calling in,
Of course you do, Sam. Of course.
All right, a leech has
32 of them.
teeth.
I'm not
How about
telling you.
I got 32 teeth. Well,
I'm just telling you. I gave you a clue. It's not legs.
Wait, we missed something there, Sam.
Oh, boy.
Well, the question is, a leech has 32 what?
Oh, a
what?
leech? Oh, okay.
A leech.
A leech has 32 what?
A leech?
Mouths.
Total alimony payments?
See, there you go.
Sure.
Even taking their crappy material and making it funny. That's what we attempt to do anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
Who cares? My answer would be, I don't care. My answer is, what are Opie and Anthony doing this morning?
All right, a leech has
32 of them.
teeth.
I'm not
How about
telling
I got 32 teeth.
Well, is that her being edgy? Like, she asked the question, then he answers it, and she goes, well, I'm not telling you?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, the listeners haven't gotten a chance to answer yet.
And then they get, the second they get off the air, he's just like, and if that goddamn Mission Impossible music is played any louder, you're out of here, son of a bitch. Like, he's just mad, so he yells at all of his staff. You just know it.
Tony in Cleveland.
Hey, I don't understand why Trapper Jack's talking about Britney Spears, what she looks like, because Trapper Jack is blind.
What? Oh, you're kidding, right?
Way to go, Sam. Guy's just trying to, make a living.
Can't even see anything.
Can't even see.
But
He
you
can't
know
even
what?
see how awful his radio is.
He doesn't even give the dignity of wearing the comfortable I'm blind glasses.
Yeah.
No, it's just
forcing you to look at his unblind.
Well, his publicity shot on the website looks like he's looking at the camera. I imagine they just put him in a room with a circle of cameras and figure one of these shots will pick up the shot.
Yeah.
You knew that?
No, I had no idea he was blind.
Wow. What does it say? How do you know he's blind?
That's it.
Is it in his bio? No, it's not.
Trevor Jack is blind.
Steve
Born
from
in
Bayshore.
Schenectady.
Yeah.
Steve from Bayshore said, I just did a Google search. He is legally blind.
Legally blind, that's different.
That could be anything.
You can still see a little. Like the governor. Yeah, the governor.
The governor's pretty effing
blind.
He's pretty effing blind.
He's blind. Am I effing blind?
I don't know what he's looking at when he gets up there. I like that guy, though. I really like him. I think he's a good governor.
He's an honest guy.
He's an honest guy. He seems sincere and stuff like that. But goddamn, I cannot look at him giving a speech.
Because he won't wear the make me feel comfortable glasses.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's not for you. It's for everyone else. Yeah. Put the glasses on.
How do you like him? He's black. You can't like black guys.
Okay. All right. Now I'm up to 2. The governor and Patrice.
Admitted he did coke, cheated on his wife. You can't even. There's nowhere else to go with it.
Yeah.
You know how this guy is smooth. He's blind and he's cheating on his wife. God,
yeah.
That's.
You could say
just amazing.
You're blind. I thought it was you. You should say that. I tripped and fell into it.
Yeah.
All she did was grunt. Same grunt you did.
All right, let's get to the answer to the trivia question.
God, you're selfish, Anthony.
All right, here we go. A leech has 32 what?
I don't know.
All right, a leech has
32 of them.
teeth.
I'm not
How about
telling
I got 32 teeth. Well,
I'm just telling you. I gave you a clue. It's not legs. I have 32 teeth. You have 32 teeth.
Don't you start out with 32?
No.
And then they start removing them when you hit about 18? Isn't that the way? Hey, Jim, was that about right? 32?
I'm looking it up now.
Shut up!
Jerry's laughing at me.
What? There's enough. Shut up!
Right.
Holy good God.
Enough! What's the matter with you?
Enough about the leech.
Well, Jimbo is Info Man, so they were going to Info Man to find out how many teeth you have.
All right, Info Man.
What's so funny about a guy saying he has 32 teeth?
I have no idea.
What is she covering up with all that dumb laughter?
Don't you start out with 32?
No.
And then they start removing them when you hit about 18? Isn't that the way? Hey, Jim, was that about right? 32?
I'm looking it up now.
I think it is. Terry's laughing at me, but I think it's around 32. And then
You do not have 32 teeth.
No, of course you do.
I think you're right.
Yeah, right. That's not the question.
balls.
Who cares?
What, Patrice?
32 balls. Like, who cares? Like,
Patrice is getting angry. I love it.
32 things that suck blood off of things. Like,
yeah.
What does a leech do? It's a slug that does stuff. Just There's 32 reasons to hate you.
They spent about 40 minutes worth of talk breaks this morning taking phone calls from people about how many 32 what on a leech. This was all morning.
And then they talk long enough.
You know, it's not one of us have
Google.
asked you what the answer is. Because
no, why would you
care? Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
The answer's not here, so.
Good. I really don't care.
I don't know if you call it teeth or tendrils that suck the blood.
Suck the blood, those old blood-sucking things.
No.
How about blood-sucking things?
Oh, the holes are the worst thing in radio. You friggin' holes.
But it's blood-sucking. Ew.
Yeah, no. Patrice is just yawning. 32 yawns from this show.
How about blood-sucking thing? You know those little suction cups? Maybe some kind of suction thing that goes and takes the blood right out of it. Maybe it's some kind of...
I came up with this question.
She says ew. That ew.
Nothing to do with blood.
There's nothing to do with blood.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
That ew. Great impression. That ew was the same ew from those college girls walking home in Animal House after they went to the black bar. But I liked him. He was nice. Ew. No real woman does that.
But those sucking sound effects were a little gross.
Oh, yeah, that was a little edgy.
Yeah.
Cleveland deserves this.
The barren streets of Cleveland.
Yeah. Cleveland, if this was another town, I'd be like, man. Yeah. But Cleveland, you deserve it.
Sam, there's two things you could do with this to pump it up. Try the bleep game.
Okay.
And somebody's suggesting Blue Healer, of course, from Kentucky. Isolate the hole. One of our favorite things to do.
Let's do it.
And just see what she contributes.
What she contributed to their show this morning.
All right.
According to the breaks we just played.
I will do that.
All right. Thank you, Sam. Jack. Oh.
It's all right. Sorry. We'll recover.
Jacktober.
There's your Jacktober show for today.
I just feel like swearing right now.
Oh, I know. I know.
Gets you mad, right?
It's infuriating.
I don't feel like I don't even. You come in the morning, you got to have like trying to be funny without cursing mind. And
yeah.
I don't feel like it right now.
I just want to curse.
I want to just curse.
It's just frustrating that they're using these voices to talk about the real stuff, and it's just bland.
Can I tell you if Anthony held out for just a year? That I guarantee you I'd had a nice threesome with one of these CW girls. They just are gorgeous. It's a bunch of sexy CW 11 chicks. You selfish bastard. You just could have hung in there, had a quick party, and then bammo.
Yeah, well.
Couldn't do it.
Damn.
Couldn't hold on.
Looking at this show, it's a lot of tender, and old tenders too, like 35, 40. Deliciousness.
Yeah.
Selfish son of a gun.
You
know what? You should listen to Trapper Jack.
Jack.
Tie you down and make you listen to Trapper Jack for an hour for that.
I couldn't hold out any longer, Patrice.
Just to let him, not to wheel you around like Silence of the Lambs,
like Hannibal Lecter
on a gurney, and just wheel you around and
with
make
a
you
muzzle
follow Trapper Jack.
Muzzle over my zipper.
Blind, boring life. It'll serve you right.
We got to take a break. We're going to talk about dinosaurs, slavery. What was the other? And the wake party.
Is that wow?
Yeah, why not?
It's quite the smorgasbord.
Patrice is entertaining us during the breaks, and we'll bring some of that to the radio next. We'll close out. Blue Healer in Kentucky. Stephen S. from Bayshore. These guys work hard for the show every day, trying to get some lines in, and I want to acknowledge some of these people. That's what we do now. Patrice O'Neal in for Jim Norton. Jim Norton in L.A. He's going to be on Leno tonight, so we'll take a look at that.
Yes.
And
panel. He doesn't even have to do any stand-up. He just comes out, sits down.
That's really cool.
Chit-chats.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Good for little Jimmy.
Really fast before we move on to a couple other things. We just played that dumb show out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
And the hole. Terry.
The Hole.
We had Sam isolate exactly what she did during those clips we played.
So this is from everything we heard.
Yeah.
This is her sole contribution.
This is what she contributed, proving our point.
Let me strap in.
For the most point, women are useless on radio. For the most point.
Wild ride.
Huh?
This is going to be a wild ride.
Oh, yeah.
Let me strap the F in.
Yeah, buckle up. Here it comes. Oh, The Hole.
We didn't have to
crazy.
We didn't have to mess with the tape. Nothing. We said, Sam, whenever she talks, isolate it and make a montage. And this is why women, for the most part, should not be doing radio, because this is their role. This is their role right here.
Wow, that is literally
That's it?
a roll.
Here we go.
Nothing.
I love that. Oh, I love that. Can you set it lower than 80?
They really are.
Oh, looks great.
She looks
32 teeth. You have 32 teeth? No.
And then they start the whole blood sucking thing.
No.
How about blood?
No.
So it's not even good. It takes.
There's nothing to do with blood.
Okay.
I was wrong, and I got nothing.
That's what she did.
That sums it up. No. Ew. No.
Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Is she flying?
It's not like Sarah Palin.
Is she flying under the radar or what?
Oh, gosh. I can't see her. It's
All right.
my car.
All right, what are we talking about? The one-man show?
What?
Slavery?
The one-man show?
Well, hey, I'm cooperating over here. I'm cooperating. Oh.
Hey, do we have...
Oh, Wade, it's Gene. Oh, when he's practicing the phone call to Wade.
Yeah.
Oh, Wade. Oh, geez. It's Gene. Oh, Wade. And then he calls up. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, put him on.
yeah, he was ready to go.
He was all ready to go. Goddamn. Great movie.
Hey, if the boys are in the back, could they isolate some of the other holes we've already featured? Because now I want to do hole isolation.
Just hole
isolation. Good morning, Fast Freddy.
ISO hole.
Huh?
Operation ISO hole.
ISO hole.
No, you guys were talking about the one-man shows.
Oh, God damn.
That was
I
pretty
was talking
funny.
about I was in Montreal and my one-man show, and I was just like, who was asking me? Roland is like, what your one-man show? I'm like, my one-man show called My Jokes for an Hour, but I don't do them funny.
I hate one-man shows.
They make me physically ill.
The most boring, pompous. It's a pompous thing for a comic.
I'm doing a one-man show.
Yeah.
Every night when I'm off for an hour.
Yeah.
That's
You're
a
up there.
one-man show.
It's you're talking. Why does it have to be this overly dramatic thing?
Hey, man, I had a teacher, Miss Inez. She was one of the great math teachers. Hold on. Let me go get my Inez wig.
Yeah.
So I can
Right.
Good morning, kids.
Oh, wow. And the audience has to clap.
And then I got to find some ditty that she gave me during my life.
Yeah.
Inez, and I want to say to you, children, that 9 out of 10 of you are going to be homosexual. It's like, I'm like, why isn't my jokes enough to be considered a one-man show?
It's a one-man show.
As opposed to turning into the guy at the car wash that tried to rub my leg. Like for what?
One-man shows, it's a selfish thing. You don't want to pay any other actors or actresses. So I'll do all the parts and hope
Billy
that
Crystal
they buy this crap.
is the king of the overblown, pompous one-man show that he thinks he's being so profound and really opening people's eyes and minds to think. When he sits there and imitates the black guy from New Orleans, yeah, I had my horn and I played it, and then Katrina came and took so many things away, but couldn't take the spirit of my music. Yeah.
The fourth wall, baby.
Shut up.
I don't want the fourth wall. I don't want people staring at me for an hour with no reaction.
Yeah. The audience is just in shock. Just sitting there going, what is this?
Well, one-man show, it means lower your expectations before you come into the theater. No set, no other actors or actresses.
When I was
just some different lighting.
20, I worked for a man that I thought was really obnoxious and stupid, but I later learned that this man was very knowledgeable and is Well, let me show you a little bit about how he
But you got to turn around.
You got to turn around,
and then the lights change.
The lights change, and then you turn around. All right, get back to work, people. Here it is. Here's his boss man guy.
And it's just a lamp and something else at the desk, but you're such a great actor that you turn everything. You can see it by my reaction. My reaction to a desk that's not there, I actually bump my knee into the magical air desk. It's
magical air desk. You could lean on it with two hands.
I'll never be a great actor.
You didn't want to pay the stage union. So now there's an imaginary
set, no cast.
I would never in my life be a great actor. I just watch actors and just like crying scenes. Again, it's I Am Legend week.
Yeah.
Will Smith cries, like Dick Vermeil. Like, he just can cry. Anybody who can cry is amazing. But I go like this. I go, after I cry, like after I choke my dog, and I'm just like, please say hello. If I can pull that out and cry, and then the guy goes, cut. All right, listen, Patrice, we're going to do it again. What?
What?
I just cried, nigga. Did you just see me cry? Do you think I can take a take 2 cry? I just attached myself mentally to this dead dog, and now I'm going to cry again?
How do they do like 10 takes of, go ahead, cry again?
Like, will you stop
Do it again.
Hey, full disclosure, because it's coming in on instant feedback and on the phones now. A Bronx Tale, which was Chaz's one-man show, was amazing. It really was, but I've seen a lot of one-man shows over the years, and
Whoopi's was great though. Whoopi's original,
but that's the typical.
Whoopi's original was great though.
But that is a prime. Whoopi's is a prime example of.
But hers was.
Oh my God! Oh look, she's playing a white little valley girl.
But it was out before. Listen, man, when she comes out around the world in A.D. M.I.F.N. day. But that's before everybody got a hold of one-man shows and turned them into that.
I think it takes a special talent, and just about everyone out there trying to do it fails miserably. Is I guess what we're trying to say. Because Chaz's was really amazing.
I heard y'all talking about it.
The John Louis
Leguizamo.
Yeah. I was dragged to one of those.
Yeah,
things.
I can't stand him.
One of those things.
Anything he's in. Stinks.
Has he ever been a guest on the show?
Who?
No.
John Leguizamo.
We've said no to him every single time.
Oh my God.
Yuck.
Oh my God. You didn't like Freak?
I was dragged to that garbage.
What was garbage about it?
I don't like anything he's in.
It's everything you're saying. He was playing his aunt, his hoochie mama aunt, and his old grandfather, and his mama, and him as a boy, and him now older because now he's looking into the future.
You know what the difference between Chaz Palminteri's one-man show is? It's a whole story, a continuing storyline. Like, it's not really him just going off on these stupid, unbelievable characters that someone's doing.
I generally don't support live performances.
He's just that damn good as an actor.
Yeah.
It is what it comes down to.
Live performance just makes me sick.
Don't go to Broadway?
I've tried it. It just sickens me. Any live anything makes me cringe.
Go see Young Frankenstein.
You ever seen
I enjoyed
You ever seen a musical?
I went to see Avenue D. Fooey.
The hell is that? Avenue Q?
Exactly. Wrong letter.
Dude, musicals, like, the opening number, you're like, all right. 20 songs later, you're like, oh,
looking at your watch.
Mother of God.
All right. Well,
everyone has AIDS.
I love that one, yeah.
AIDS. Just, who cares?
And then you pray for them to start talking in musicals, and they're like, okay, they're talking. All right, good. And they only talk for 15 seconds to set up the next song.
There's the big ensemble singing, and then there's the solo. The guy sings, and then the girl sings, and then the cast sings a big song, and then there's the big closing number. You look at your curtain goes down.
You look at the playbill and you do the quick math. You're like, okay, they're doing the Candle song. The
could be
Candle song. There's 15 more songs to go.
15 songs.
Oh, you just start counting them down in your head. Like, all right, we knocked off another song.
Oh God, enough.
Live music. Like if it's somebody that has an album, I won't go see him live because I don't want to hear the ooh. I don't want to hear any extra diddlies.
The crap version of the song you like.
I don't want to hear diddly do in my song that I'm singing in my head. I don't want to hear
exactly
your artistic rendition of your own song.
I say that all the time. I don't want to hear somebody do their song unless it sounds exactly like the recorded
rap
version.
Is unacceptable.
Oh, live rap sucks.
Except for 2 people, Run DMC, 3. Sorry. Run DMC, LL Cool J, and Public Enemy.
What about Jay-Z? You ever see Jay-Z?
I can't. He's very close to his album, so I've seen him on TV.
Yeah.
And his live performance was very close, so I can throw Jay-Z in there. But other than that, I just don't. Live performances. What did I go to see? I went to see something where the what's the black lady on she's on Law and Order. She's like the detective. No, she's like the boss. She's like the lieutenant on one of those shows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's whatever. I don't care. She did it was just like no more Avenue Q. I don't give a. I just want to stand up and say I don't care. Yeah. What else did I drag myself to see? I'm surprised every time somebody comes to see me do comedy. Every time.
AIDS effer writes, musicals make me hate humanity.
I saw Les Mis.
Really?
Which is just like, oh boy, a period piece, and then they're just, oh God.
I don't get
singing the whole thing. The whole thing is just like singing.
I saw Phantom.
Wow. Oh.
Anthem of the Opera.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun,
if it's not Lon Chaney making that bald face,
that's
dun, 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 dun.
If it ain't him, I think I saw Robert Englund's Phantom of the Opera, and it was the dumbest thing I was. If it ain't Lon Chaney making that scary goofy face, I don't want to see. Movies. I'm a big movie guy.
Yeah,
but live entertainment, I just don't get it.
Ain't cutting it for you.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess you got to be a certain mode.
You never get a good seat. You got to stand the whole time.
I saw The Little Mermaid on Broadway.
How are you seeing all these? What's going on here?
I had to. Every time I've said I've been to Broadway, it's been because I've been dragged there by some broad.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Dragged me.
Did I ever go
to
some broad? That's why they call it Broadway. Holy Jesus!
Broadway.
Wow, what a revelation! You're absolutely right. It's Broadway because some stupid broad drags all the guys to these stupid shows.
You make a good point.
I'm going to an off Bitch Avenue show.
C-word way.
I'm sitting here thinking.
Oh, did I give my regards to Way? Remember me in Herald Square. Give my regards to Way.
You make a good point because I'm sitting here thinking, did I ever search out anything on Broadway and go because I wanted to see something?
Yeah,
it was always a broad, ex-girlfriend, a mother, a sister. Dragging you to something.
Worst thing
was there one show you went to on your own saying, I really want to see this?
Not one. Worst one I was ever dragged to was with my ex-mother-in-law, Judy. Judy is now dead, but she was here.
Which means Lon and Wally.
Lon and Wally up in Boston. But no, it was down here in New York. They had come to visit. Annie Mogg was here, who's dead also. And my ex-wife, Jennifer. And I got dragged to the Radio City Christmas show.
Oh!
Dude. Oh, look, they're dressed like wooden soldiers and they fall in a line. Oh, look at that. They're doing the kick line. Here it is, the big kick line.
You had to sit through a can.
Dude, it was and then the live nativity with all the animals they bring out. Look at camels on stage.
Exactly what
There's a camel on the stage.
If you go to that show, you should be forced to have something in your can.
And then they're singing all the Christmas songs and the friggin'. I sat there. It was torture. It was torture to sit there.
Oh God.
The place is gigantic. I'm in the middle somewhere. I didn't even care that I couldn't see, but I couldn't see, you know. It was just another thing I was dragged to. I've been dragged to everything.
I won't do it no more. My girl, we had a relationship crisis because I won't go see Wicked with her.
I saw Wicked.
And she keeps explaining to me.
You saw Wicked? I've seen every effing show on Broadway.
It's the Wizard of Oz, but it's from the evil witch's point of view. Shut up!
Let me ruin the ending. She's friends with the good witch, and they planned the whole thing so the wicked witch could run off with
I'll see the movie. Interesting, rated R, and it better not be PG-13, Wicked. It better be rated R. It's really, the bad witch ends up being really the good witch. It was all a trick.
Yeah, it was a trick.
The monkeys were
No one died. No one died. There was no wicked witch. The wicked witch was good. The wicked witch was good. But what the
I won't
go. But it's called Wicked.
No.
See? Tricked you. Just like I was tricked into going.
It's a play. Wicked.
Wicked.
That's
every girl in the audience.
And you went to see Wicked.
I saw Wicked.
Oh.
And the Philly crew and the Long Island crew got together to go to Wicked. It wasn't even in the thought process to ask us guys. It was you're
just going.
It was for the girls.
You're going. I've been to so many, and like you said, every one of them I've been dragged to. Is that going to happen again with me? Nope.
Has it been one, tell the truth, has it been one you were close to liking, but your madness wouldn't let you fully like it?
I liked Young Frankenstein. I really did. I saw it because they were advertisers, and I definitely liked it.
I saw
The Wedding Singer with Stephen Lynch, and I liked that, too, because it's
just because Stephen was in it. Yeah. I never would have seen that if Stephen Lynch wasn't in it.
Absolutely not. You're right.
I wouldn't have cared.
You're right.
I have to be biased.
Did you enjoy it?
I'm biased because I like Steven, and Steven did a good job in it. But the play itself is.
Let's take Steven out of the equation.
Sucked.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I would never see that garbage.
I saw Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror with what's his name from Skid Row?
Tim Curry
was in it.
No, that's the
Sebastian Bach.
Oh, he was in the other one.
Yeah, he was in that too.
Jekyll and Hyde.
I
was dragged to that one back in the day.
Sebastian Bach's got a great voice, so like to hear him sing was cool, but like I don't want to sit for that. I went to Cats like 3 times with 3 different bitches.
Girl way.
Enough.
Broad way.
I thought
Cats clothes.
Let me tell you this white trash friggin' Long Island piece of crap weekend I had years ago. It was me and the ex-wife, and we were going to the big city. We were leaving the constraints of the island and going to the big city to go see Cats. We're going to Broadway. and people on Broadway never considered that a Broadway show. It made umpteen billion dollars. It lasted for years and years because every Asian tourist and businessman packed that audience for years. Cats. And then it just petered out and it became this like nostalgic thing. It was like some heavy metal kind of thing for the 80s.
What was the big song from Cats?
There's a couple of them, but there was the memories It didn't make sense. The whole thing didn't make sense. And one thing I love. Here's what I love.
Everybody's catty.
When you're sitting in the audience and the play comes out and interacts with you. Oh, do I love that attention. When you get
cat doodles right on your lap
row and the cat comes out and starts pawing at you. I want to kick him.
Sprays on your seat.
Oh, jeez, is that high?
Dude, I was at a show and they wanted me to do the audience participation. Okay, good.
Tweedly-doo, tweedly-doo-doo, tweedly.
Oh, now the guy's
talking. Oh, God. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So, my white trash weekend consisted of, like, I'm taking the wife out. We're going to see Cats on Broadway. She borrows a fur coat to make herself to make it look like we're
rolling in the dough.
Yeah, well, what did Alice tell Ralph when they were looking for a maid? Yeah, we're big shots.
You know what? You're a scene in your past life was a scene from Silence of the Lambs. You know, Anthony, with your cheap shoes and your good bag. You're just
Your
one
cheap
generation removed
shoes.
from
That's why no one should be mad at what
with
Anthony's.
your borrowed fur coat and your cheap shoes.
That's why no one should be mad at what Anthony's doing with his life right now because he's lived a horrific life in the past.
I put on some horrid, ill-fitting suit that I had since like my communion, I think. With, I believe, a Bugs Bunny tie. Dude, it was awful. I rented a limo, and we were going into the city. Hey, dinner first at the Russian Tea Room was part of the package.
Well, you gotta.
And it's a package deal, so you don't go in and order something. They just give you, it's like, oh, here come the schlep trash from Long Island. We give them, this food.
Deviled eggs.
Yeah. Just horrid
chicken
stuff.
bone marrow and rice.
Yeah. That's what it was. Just like this garbage.
Don't forget the beets.
Just beets, chicken bone marrow, and a slice of cheesecake.
Yes.
With fake cherries on top.
And then they usher you out because you're going to be late for the show, So back into the limo, and then we pull in front of the Winter Garden Theater, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm getting out of a limo in front of the Winter Garden. This people going to think I'm somebody. No, they're not. You're just another Long Island douche.
Oh.
So I just get out, and we go in and see this god-awful play and think we're high rollers.
Yeah.
I thought like that night was like,
wait a minute,
look
but
what
you
I'm
were
doing.
into this though. You were into this night.
Yeah, that for me that was my high roll. I told my family, it's like, hey, guess what we're doing.
He didn't know any better.
Taking a limo into the city to go see Cats.
Borrowing the fur coat though.
She borrowed a fur coat, and I was just like in this bad. The suit was awful, didn't fit me. It was horrid.
Someone is asking about Cirque du Soleil. Well, now that's not really considered Broadway.
No, that's different.
I've seen a couple of those in Vegas. Those things are effing amazing.
Yeah, they're doing something.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they bend up and
yeah, that's different. It's not some silly.
Some Chinese girl is spinning plates on her face. That's entertainment.
All right, where would you place a Blue Man Group in that?
I saw Blue Man Group.
So did I.
Yeah. What's the hype?
With the pipes. It was pipes. So they're playing PVC. How much longer? All right, we get it. You got a blue face and you're tapping on some PVC.
Oh, look, they're rolling out toilet paper.
Here it goes. And it falls from the ceiling. Oh, the big finale.
You go, how are they going to pull, like after the first 5 minutes, you go, how are they going to pull, you're curious to know how they're going to pull it off.
Yeah.
Pull off this thing for another hour and 10 minutes.
You know how they do it? The first song is about hypnotizing you, and then you're hypnotizing the audience. This is supposed to just hypnotize you.
He's playing a PVC pipe. He's playing plumbing that slides in and out of each other.
Right.
So it makes different tone when he hits on it. And I'm sitting there going, okay. For the first 2 seconds, you're kind of like, wow, that's cool. He's playing PVC. And then again, you're just sitting going, how long is this going to go on? How long?
How about the trash can lids, people?
Yeah.
yeah.
Stomp? Or no, the other one. Was it Stomp?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, they're playing trash cans and spackle buckets. I could see this in Times Square.
I can see this while I'm waiting.
Nothing.
I can see this while I'm waiting for the C train. Why do I have to pay $100?
No interest in it. I'm sorry. I just
nothing, right?
There's people
no
that
interest.
probably see this though, and they're probably angry.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I guess if somebody somebody who didn't see The Godfather and goes, I don't get it. You just go, what's wrong with you?
Crazy?
How many times have you just said, can we eat now?
Yeah, can we go?
It's over now. Can we go eat?
I love it. Intermission. I'm like, all right, we're at the halfway point. Jesus.
I leave every intermission.
Do you?
I've ever been to. I'm out.
I drink. I get up, get that $20 friggin' shot of a drink.
All right.
Bastard.
I can't even tell you what me and my girl did at Avenue Q next to these two white people.
Uh-oh.
Just like to dress up a little and just I reached behind, and she just sat there for the whole for about a good 10 minutes of having a kill.
Nice. You were driving up Avenue V.
You were having your own puppy show.
Dirty
God bless
puppet
Patrice. Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. Ann Curry doing stand-up. We'll take a peek at that. Thanks for the heads up, Chris. Opie and Anthony. Patrice, what are you promoting today?
Dallas, and I'm in Addison.
Oh, yeah, Addison Improv. Dallas people will go check you out this weekend. There you go. Opie and Anthony. We'll finish next. All right, where are we? Having a good time with Patrice O'Neal. I know that much. It's Opie and Anthony. And Bobby in Boston listening on BCN. He has something. What's up, Bobby?
What's going on, guys? What are you up to?
We're just hanging out.
All right. Well, you guys are talking about Broadway shows. Now, I'm from New York. I live in Boston, so I'm not a Broadway show. But what do you guys think about fireworks? Fireworks are the dumbest thing in the world. You get a bunch of people in a cramped area staring at the sky, oohing and ahhing at the sky lighting up the same pattern every year, and then they put it to music, and everyone's, like, enthralled by it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I hate fireworks. Yeah, it's kind of fun if you watch a fireworks display with little ones, because then you get into it because they're like excited. But if you're just sitting there by yourself, you would never look at a fireworks display whatsoever.
The only fireworks displays that are cool is when one of your buddies buys a bunch of illegals.
Oh yeah,
and then they go on the street in front of the house, and you're lighting them.
When you light them,
because that's an element of danger is there. There's loud stuff.
Oh, you're so right. Because when you light them, then it's like, look what I did. Look. That's me.
I did that.
Nothing worse than the Petrozzulli brothers
who cares?
and their dumb boat with their giant gallon, their
barges,
their BJ wholesale gallon drums of fireworks,
mortars coming out there as big as your head,
and the 1712 overture, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
for the big finale.
Yeah.
Yippee!
1812, 1712,
or whatever. It's all the same. All bad years for me. I'd rather listen to the 112 overture before it was problems.
How good are fireworks if during the display you say 3 or 4 different times, "Oh, I think this is the finale."
Oh, is this the finale?
Dun, dun, dun. That's when you know it's getting ready to get over.
But you miscue it every time, like, "Oh no, this is the finale. It's obvious."
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh no, here it is. This is the finale.
This is the big finale.
No? Oh, you start scratching your head. Well, obviously this has to be.
Yes, Disney's fireworks at Epcot Center. That's pretty good.
Are they at?
Oh God, they got big flaming torches. And
what makes them so good?
Well, they're
one shaped like Mickey Mouse.
You're at the happiest place on earth.
Goofy.
Mm-hmm. So you're in a good mood anyway.
They got a firework that looks like Hannah Montana.
Yeah. Where are we? And it smells like cinnamon and vanilla.
Where are we at with circuses?
I hate
I'm with
the circus.
You know what?
I went to the circus once when I was a little lad. My dad took me, and my brother and sister, and we were sitting so far back in Madison Square Garden, I couldn't see anything.
But they got the 3 rings for everybody.
Dude,
so
no.
Something for everybody.
There would have had to have been a ring on the ceiling. Like our backs were to the wall. Up in the garden. That's how far up we were.
Sounds like Dad drank the circus ticket money, huh?
Drank the circus ticket money, absolutely. Or you got a freebie from somebody, whatever, in exchange for stolen goods.
Sure.
So he buys me this thing, like there's the people that walk around the stands selling garbage and junk, and I wanted one of these lights. It was like a little flashlight with a red light on it.
Is this
on a chain?
Is this going to end with you crying again?
Well,
okay. Yeah. Why does every dad story have to end with you crying? I didn't want to blow up your spot, but it's just something I've noticed.
So,
all right, guys.
So I was bitching and complaining that I want this the light. Get me the light. So he was like, all right. He buys this thing. It's on a little keychain thing, and it's a red light. And when you spin it, it looks like a continuous red circle. You know how that works.
You didn't get the good one, the one that rolled up the stick and rolled down and then rolled back.
Oh, that little roly-poly thingy thing. No, I just
talking about it. It's almost like on a keychain, and you just kind of spin it around real fast.
It whistles a little bit.
It didn't even whistle. This is back before whistling was incorporated. This thing probably had vacuum tubes in it.
You went before there was even animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Where you could see him beat the monkeys with his. Before it was any rules, just choking the lions, burning the elephants with sticks, with hot amber. Just cruelty.
And so I'm spinning this light, and there's those metal bars in front of you, sitting in the section we were in, and wham! It hit the metal bar and shattered into a bunch of little pieces within 5 minutes. I just start crying. My father gives me the shut up, stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about. He used to tell me. And then he'd like raise his hand, and I'd wince and stop crying, but I'd be another thing I got was this little electric battery powered fan. Mm-hmm. One of those things the blades would fold down, but then when you turned it on, it would go and like you blow a little cool air on your face.
Yeah, sure.
As a kid, it's cool, anything with a propeller that moves. So my father had a big 55-gallon drum with dirty oil water in it from where he tested his outboard motor. And I put the little blade in there just a little bit to see. It's like, I'm going to make propeller motor thing. But it slips out of my hand, goes into the bottom of this murky oil water. Of course, I just burst out crying. I was the biggest I was just a crybaby. I constantly was crying, and my father was constantly telling me to stop crying.
The crying is not, it's that you remember, like I only have maybe 2 traumatic things that my mother might have did to me that I look back and go,
these weren't even traumatic. This is just me. It's just life experiences.
You remember these things.
I remember stuff from when I was like 3.
Because he's still crying. He's just crying on the inside.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen S. from Bayshore. It's amazing Anthony didn't die from dehydration as a kid.
Yes. Keep drinking water, Anthony.
Yeah.
I kept crying it out. I was a salty little lad. My cheeks were always salty with
these
tears.
Little crying incidents.
I'd cry, and I was scared crapless at everything. My mother left me, my brother and sister in a car once, when she ran in. This was back in the day where you roll the window down a little bit, leave your kids in the car, who cares? Yeah. And I was petrified. And I'm just looking around, and this guy walks up to the window and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And I screamed and cowered on the other side of the car.
He was worse than the children in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, God, that is it. It might have as well been a T-Rex.
With no dinosaurs here.
Yeah,
looking
in on me.
Boy.
I was screaming, and it turned out the guy was like one of my mother's friends just coming out to say hi to us. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Holy jeez, your kid's a psychopath."
When did you make the man change? When did
I don't think I ever did. I'm
really?
Still no. At some point, I just gave it up.
What was the incident
gave up
where you
on
said,
caring.
You balled up your fist and you was just like, "No more crying there."
I gave up on caring.
Probably when he discovered girls. Then it's like, why am I crying over this crap?
Yeah, there's much more important things. Putting this in that. That was pretty much
that will stop all tears.
Yeah, that good point. That is pretty much when I discovered I liked girls.
Yeah, then you're like, give some crap about my little dumb propeller thing in the bottom of the 55.
Yeah, I was always like, I had little model dinosaurs and microscopes and telescopes. I was like a geeky little crybaby kid. And then there was this hot girl, Leanne Marinelli, lived across the street, and she was always coming over. And I think I could have kind of, at least, done kid sex with her, where you just kind of kiss.
Sure.
Things like that.
Sex
for kids.
Well, show the hiney. That was That was all
show the hiney.
That was all
something
in
like that.
Kid, yeah.
You give a little kiss or something like that.
Yeah.
I was just too much of a douche to even know that she really liked me. And then when I moved out to California, when I was 12 or something, and I go out to California, and she writes me a letter with tears on it. It was like the ink was like smudged with tears. And she puts a little arrow. She goes, "This is one of my tears. I can't believe you left. I love you so much." And I just was like, "Hey, you want to go out and play? You want to go mini golf?
Oh,
you want to go?" Like I was with her all the time.
Touching yourself too,
dude. Yeah.
You couldn't even take care of your business where you just go, "Wow, she liked me. Let me crank one out to the."
That was crazy. It was just
nice.
And then I guess my brother came out to California for a little while, turned me on to weed. And then girls, so Buzz.
No more crying for
Aunt, and the crying stopped.
No more crying.
Yeah,
it left its damage, but no more crying.
Well, I remember it all. I remember that plate of spaghetti smashing against the wall, and my father getting up from the table and yelling at my mother. And I would just cry. I would cry every time they argued, and they argued a lot. Stop! I'd run between them. No, like I'm gonna stop them from getting their imminent divorce by running and crying. What a dummy.
I don't remember a lot of stuff growing up. I blocked it all out.
That was back when everyone was tough. That was back when women were tough. That was back. My mother took a beating sometimes, and it just seemed like, I never saw a cop.
No one called the cops on that crap.
My mother would smash me in the face just with hard things, and we'd listen to each other. All my friends were listening out the window at other friends that got beatings that day, and we would hear them crying. And it was it was a tougher time. You just enjoy punishment.
When you went to school, no one asked, how'd you get that? It was just, You know what I mean? Now, if you go to school with a bruise or something broken,
Your
they have
mommy
to
touched you.
They have to ask you all sorts of questions. Back in the day, it was part of growing up.
There was no 800 numbers. It was just
I lived in an apartment building in Central Islip, and all you heard every night were arguments going on, depending on what wall you stood near. Like, everyone was miserable and arguing, but you never saw a cop pull up to that place. And you heard, like, things banging around. The whole complex was yelling at each other. There were miserable married people living with each other people, and it just...
Everywhere.
That's what you live through. Upstairs, you're hearing just banging around, people throwing crap, yelling. It's great.
Yeah, sure.
No such word as domestic abuse.
No, that wasn't it. It was just called being married.
I think it's healthier that way.
Oh, yeah?
Instead of going to therapy and all that crap.
Well, now they just call the cops instantly. Yeah. Like someone hears something, they call the cops.
We got to do a speed round because
speed round.
The time is
time is short.
Yes. We got Terry Clifford's isolated audio from yesterday. Remember, about an hour ago we did this. We're doing it with somebody else. Is that okay? Is that good enough?
Sure.
We're featuring The Hole as part of our Jocktober celebration. Every show has a hole, and then you isolate what the hole is saying, and then you realize, wow, they're getting away with murder.
Realize what they bring to the show.
Where was the one we just did? Yeah, let me do this one first, just in case the people weren't listening. We were featuring a show out of Cleveland this morning. This Terry Moore, or what?
Terry Moore.
And then we're like, wow, she's not really adding much to the show, so let's isolate exactly what she's doing. And this is what we came up with.
I love that. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Can you set it lower than 80?
They really are.
She looks great.
She looks.
I have 32 teeth. No.
And then they start the whole blood sucking thing.
No.
How about blood?
No.
So it's not even good.
There's nothing to do with blood. Okay. I was wrong, and I got nothing.
And I got to tell you, we didn't mess with the tape whatsoever. That's just how it was.
That's it.
We just said, Sam, every time she talks, isolate it and put it into a little montage. Now, yesterday we were featuring WB's Terry Clifford out of Rochester, New York.
Boy, did we give her a good hammering yesterday.
We sure did. And now Sam took her audio and isolated it from the audio we played yesterday. And this is what you get from Terry Clifford.
Well, good morning, Steve Houseman. No.
Was that?
Oh, you're so rude. Anyway. No. All right, that's enough. No. Oh, my gosh. Good for you. Yeah, but it's what's inside that counts with her. You want to hear about it or don't you?
Wow. It's like that's the bit that we do.
Yeah.
Like our bit isn't funny anymore. It's just true. It's just what it is.
And no editing, by the way.
No, that's
absolutely
every word she said.
Patrice, because we're not going to have you tomorrow, unfortunately. Your slave thing.
What?
I want you to talk about the slave thing. You came to a realization about slavery a little bit.
Slavery that I rejected my entire life.
Right.
Anytime you talk to a white person about slavery, and they would go, well, you helped to, black people sell themselves.
Right,
you helped.
Yeah, like, why are you, like, giving me a problem? Your own people sold you to say
exactly.
slavery. That's the white man's way of looking at
your
it.
Face.
Right.
And I wouldn't accept it, but I'm a logical guy, but I finally accepted it. One of my friends, black dude, he just looked at me and goes, what do you think? What do you think? White people just went into the jungle and hunted black people? They were at the pier, waiting to be picked up on a ship, and so it destroyed Roots for me because Roots' whole thing was they went into the woods and black people just scattered.
Yeah,
they went into the jungles of Africa and black people went, oh, here comes white people, and they all ran around and just caught them with little hooks,
nets and stuff.
And I'm going, wait a minute. There's no way they went into the jungle and
No
hunted
way.
black people in Africa.
A white guy is going to go into the jungle of Africa where the black guys have been just like living, know everything about it, know how to hunt, know how to, and they're going to just, hey, excuse me.
Yeah, we'll let you do this.
I did not accept that. Like, but the way he just said it, like, what do you think? They went into the jungle and just scooped them up like squirrels?
Some
Like,
big fat chief with a lot of jewelry around him was like, ha ha ha, at the dock, just selling them all.
Right.
You know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh my God.
Yeah.
We sold each other.
Yeah. You're pretty much.
Like, I still don't like y'all, but it's just like, wow.
Still don't like
We did sell each other.
At least you'll admit you had a hand in it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hand in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got him on the boat.
It certainly
That was
wasn't.
pretty much it.
What do you think the white guy was doing on the pier, just waiting, looking at his nails?
Looking at his pocket watch.
Coming right in. It wasn't like the
Yeah.
music. He had a musket, and it was like doom, 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 doom.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting.
It was a horrible realization. It's like, wow. They really dogged each other. They just were sold.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then we were talking about Lincoln also, like Lincoln's motives.
Like, I don't understand. That's another thing I got to go and study. I'll probably get mad.
The Emancipation Proclamation.
You think he was that good of a guy, or he was doing it for some
This
other
was
power thing?
completely to cripple the South. The South depended on their slaves for to fuel their war machine during the Civil War. Lincoln, wanting to beat the South, said, "Well, if we free the slaves, these guys are screwed. They're they're going to need people to work."
Why is that never pointed out?
It's pointed out a lot.
Not really. I mean, generally people think, Abe Lincoln is one of the greatest guys to ever live.
It's no noble
Or doing what he
friggin'
did.
good guy thing that Lincoln did. He was like,
but that
hey, this
messes up
is
the
what we got to
image.
do.
It's just like if somebody goes, we did a study and found out that Jesus, it was just a puddle that he walked on.
Yeah.
And it just messes up every...
It's like, oh, it wasn't a miracle?
Yeah, it just wasn't,
Oh, he wasn't walking on water? It was like an inch
So it was like if you
deeper?
blow up somebody's idea, like Lincoln, people want to believe that Lincoln freed somebody, but he did, but, it wasn't noble.
It wasn't like, I believe the black man should be free. And no, it's pretty much, well, the South, we got kicked their ass. They sure do like their slaves. Let's let them all go.
It's just free.
That's it.
Free the pigeons.
Yeah. It's like when PETA goes in and just lets a bunch of, mink out of the cages. That's pretty much what it was.
Just
That's like
just a bunch of white people with black blood on them. He just threw right in front, and we just ran and go free.
You're free now. What?
Imagine that.
What am I supposed
just
to
go
do?
free. Hey, listen. So where's the apartments? Where's
Where do we go?
Where the landlords?
Don't care. Don't care. But you're free.
Oh God, how do we not just?
Good luck to you.
Go west.
How do we not blow up things?
Go west, young man.
How do I look at you right now?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you two right now.
You think it's easy for us?
But it's based on something else.
They went to some of the
With a nice
major
six-shooter.
northern cities, and
With a long Wyatt Earp gun and just
Wyatt Earp.
That's our music.
Yeah, we got to get out of here and go to our filthy dirty mouth segment of the show.
Good, I can swear now. I feel like swearing.
Improv Addison for everybody in the Dallas area. That's where you're going to see Patrice O'Neal.
This weekend.
Man, I mean, Patrice just blowing up with the comedy. Always good, but now you seem to have made it to another level.
The next plateau.
I can't wait.
People rave about what you've been doing on that stage lately.
I'm going to do a special where I'm going to travel to 3 different countries.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just,
No, I'm really not.
No?
That's what Chris Rock did.
It's kind of a good concept, though.
Chris Rock did that. South America, South Africa, England, and America.
You should do the same set in 3 very different places and see how it's perceived.
I wasn't. Well, I'll talk about this when we go over there, but I wasn't very impressed with the new Chris Rock thing.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yes, we will.
You weren't impressed?
Weren't impressed.
All right.
Weren't impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's shocking.
Yeah. Well,
it's a good tease.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
The show continues. Patrice O'Neal in studio.
Hello. Hi, Opie.
What's that
a little
problem?
feedbacky? Getting a little feedbacky? Oh, is that,
You might have to put your headphones on or turn down your volume.
No.
Maybe.
That shouldn't be a problem.
How's that?
I don't know. We'll soon find out.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Patrice. Patrick.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi. Hi, Patrick. So why didn't you like the Chris Rock special?
Well, I just thought, like, he's kind of... All right, that first special he had, what was the name of that first one?
Bring the Pain.
Bring the Pain.
Bring the Pain, right.
That was the one that, like, really launched him. Hysterical. You know, he's talking about the community, some of the problems in the community. I thought it was pretty good. Very good.
That put him on the map.
That put him on the map.
Remember when that came out, people were like, wow, that black guy from SNL is actually funny.
Yeah, it was, right? It's like a mirror.
Chris Rock's been famous to black people for a long time.
I understand that.
Yeah, it was very much like the Eddie Murphy Delirious stuff, where, you know, he came out and it was just giant. Yeah. Everyone had to see it. You could watch it a few times and it was funny, you know? This latest one where he does the show from, 3 countries or some crap? What's he doing? 3 countries. It's like he's kind of a parody of himself now. He's kind of turned into, like, his delivery doesn't seem as sincere as it used to. Like that, when you watched years ago, you're like, wow, yeah, okay, he's doing his Chris Rock delivery. You know, he'll repeat a line over and over again, and it's funny because it really hits the point home. It didn't seem funny anymore. Like, it seemed contrived and kind of
that sucks,
phony, and his material just wasn't as strong.
Wasn't he talking about the presidency and the election?
Yeah, he had that. He had a few good things, but it was like, for the most part, you know, I just wasn't. I didn't find it very funny.
We were talking on the way over,
and I was really psyched to see it. You know, he was really promoting the hell out of it as far as his new big, you know, special. And
we were discussing on the way over, like, why is it that most comedians have one big hit, one big set, like Eddie Murphy, Delirious, Richard Pryor, I mean, he had more than one, but in general, these guys have one huge, holy shit, you gotta listen to this CD.
Yeah.
Go old school, back in the day. And then that same comedian never gets to that point ever again. I mean, it has a good career.
Great career.
Has very good sets, but not that one. They have that one big monster hit and then never come close again.
Well, the difficulty with comedy is the same with the difficulty in music, I think, or a song, not comedy. A song, you go, oh, you keep hearing the same song, which is the same rhythm or whatever. You know, whatever famous song has a great rhythm to it.
Yeah.
I think comedians have to change their rhythm. Once people figure you out,
right,
and they can figure out your rhythm. You ever go to see a comic and you laugh, but you at the end of the day you go, what did I just laugh at? Because you're not laughing at what they're saying. You're laughing. They get into a fantastic rhythm, and you just start to know when you're supposed to laugh, and it's just an enjoyable thing. And that's why, I mean, you know, sometimes I learned this early, but you have to bomb sometimes to be able to change your rhythm. Like, I love, like, people who are fans of mine, they'll come back to see me because they'll know I'll just be different.
Yeah.
Even if I have maybe the same joke here and there, it won't be something they go, I heard this song already. I heard this rhythm already. So I'll say something and then, you know, people go, wait. Or I'll talk for a long time without the motherfuckers laughing. Like, there's no rhythm to it. And I think once you get it and you don't change what you do, that's when people attack you as, we get what you do. Yeah. You do this. You go blah, 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 booga, booga, booga.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah, and they figured you out.
I mean, that's what they started doing to Dane. I just saw Family Guy did they marginalized it as this is what he does. And once they can do that, this is what you do, is you go, this Family Guy goes, well, this Dane Cook character, or they call it Dane Cook, and you go, he went, I'm going to talk about something, and then I'm going to wave my hands around, and I'm going to spin in a circle, and then they had two people in the audience that was watching the show going, I think this is supposed to be fun. Like, it was just, it was a real attack.
It was this past Sunday's Family Guy. What the guy says in the crowd, he's clapping for Dane, and he goes, he's on the internet and I'm in college.
And I'm watching it because I'm fucking like, I know Dane. So it's difficult to be like, if I didn't know him, I'd be like, oh, that's funny shit.
Yeah.
But I like, that just...
Ouch.
Just to marginalize your shit and make somebody else see your holes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just a jealousy thing? Because
Of course it is.
I've seen Dane in Boston and the Garden twice. And I'm not going to be one of these guys. I liked it a lot.
Of course it's jealousy,
and I was really into it.
He's selling out Madison Square Garden.
It's so easy to go, oh, Dane, how did he get to where he is? But I'm telling you, we remember seeing him back at the old Comedy Connection when we were up in Boston. He was funny then, he's funny today. But is it a jealousy thing to just knock him down at this point?
The tough thing, why he doesn't bother me, and I'll mention him all the time, because people just want to goat you into going, fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
But, dude, he's righteous in terms of what he does. And it doesn't bother me because I think we'll go down a different road. But I think a lot of young white boys are bothered by his
success.
Yeah, here it is.
You found it.
This is from
wow.
Yow. What the fuck?
Ooh, that made me hot. that made my face hot.
There's a Mad TV a while ago. I think it was probably about a year and a half ago. They did a pretty good one.
The guy did a pretty good imitation
really
of fucking
funny.
Dane, man.
We could pop that one on, too. Full disclosure, though, I think the guy's very funny, man.
Yeah, this is that guy. He did a pretty good imitation.
This is like the one Mad TV thing that really makes me laugh sometimes.
You gotta
Dane is a huge target, though. It's just amazing. But it's not bad enough where people are like,
Now it's gonna buffer.
You motherfucker.
All right. By the way,
Honey Man Dane Cook.
Okay.
Why do they?
You fucking buffering piece of shit.
Can we get it in the back office?
Yeah.
All right, get it from the back office, and I just want to go to Paul in Brooklyn, the Chris Rock thing. Now, Anthony, I saw Chris Rock. It has to be the same stuff he did for the special.
Mm-hmm.
And I was laughing pretty hard when I went and saw him, so I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't that good. Paul might have the answer, and you might want to... Paul, what do you got?
Uh-huh.
Hey, guys, good morning. I was wondering if maybe it's because he did it in the three cities, and the way that it was edited, you can see that it was exactly the same in all three cities, maybe because it didn't appear to be as spontaneous as his other performances have been.
Yeah, what
maybe
they did, it was kind of gimmicky in that they like had him do the same performance in almost the same steps. He was taking like the same places on the stage, I guess, and the same movements, and then they would edit it so he's in one country, and then halfway through the joke they'll cut and he's in another country. It's like the background's a little different or something. You just know it's different, and it fucks up the rhythm of it. Yep. It was distracting.
And everybody in comedy, people who even enjoy comedy, they're always trying to figure out what you do.
Yeah.
And say, all you do is this. That's people's dream.
Because I was sitting there watching, and I was like, it took me out of the performance, So, Anthony, before I go,
yes, sir.
Go Obama, buddy. Peace.
Go Obama.
Go Obama.
I don't
think you got to worry about
that. Look, there was the thing. He goes, look. It's the commentary of it, and there's some stuff in it that it's really some. He knows how to deliver it, so he gets a laugh. But the subject matter is hardcore, which is like I live in a rich community, and the only black people in the community are me, Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, and shit, I forgot the last one. But was it Oprah? Anyway, he goes, look, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
So he goes, Eddie Murphy, greatest comic of all time. Jay-Z, greatest hip hop artist of all time. Mary J. Blige, greatest R&B, and then me. And then he goes, my neighbor is a dentist, a white dentist, just a regular white dentist, never an all-time white dentist. So that's that commentary, man, there's a lot of deep shit on there. But it's because he knows how to craft. He knows how to craft anything into funny. That's the tough thing right now about Chris. There's no danger right now because he knows how to make anything funny, and if people are listening to him, and there's never a time that he's going to do something where you go, wow, shit. I mean, George Carlin, dude, and I'm not comparing the two. I watch George Carlin and I go, this motherfucker. One time, I swear to God, one of the most shocking things I've ever heard anybody say on stage is he goes, what the fuck? Out of nowhere, he goes, what the fuck is this shit about angels? What about goblins? Huh? Like, I go, holy, it unnerved me to hear somebody go, what the fuck is all this shit about angels? He doesn't believe in God.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, and he fucking says it, and no matter how funny you try to be, saying you don't believe in God, that's some hardcore shit. Or fuck children. Children ain't shit. That is deeper than curmudgeon. It's just...
He pulled it off. Hey, let this guy... Tom,
it's my girl on MSNBC.
You like her. Tom, go ahead.
Little chocolate.
Yo, guys,
little chocolate.
Hey.
Gotta find out her name. The thing you just ran on Dane Cook, that spoof.
Yeah,
we're listening.
I mean, that is like right on. He's not funny.
Not funny.
You know, it's like he does that strut around the stage, his arms are moving, and it's like he's practicing to go up the stairs 3 or 4 at a time. But it just doesn't work. It's one of those, how does he have a career? I don't get it. I listen to XM, I got the comedy stations, they pop his...
But do you hear this guy, though?
I'm not a comic, so there's no jealousy.
This guy is a...
All right, honestly, there's a lot of guys out there I don't find funny. There's another guy on his feedback. He thinks I'm saying Dane Cook's funny because I'm friends with him. I'm not really friends with Dane Cook. We're friends with Bob Kelly, so we've been able to kind of get to know him a little bit, but
through his lackey,
right? But I'm not friends with Dane Cook.
YouTube, like
it don't work. Again, no jealousy.
He's able to see Dane Cook. This guy's able to see Dane Cook every second of the day and fucking deconstruct him.
Yeah,
deconstruct. If you did one thing, which is what Carlin used to do and Pryor used to do before YouTube, or Bill Cosby himself, right?
Yeah.
All you can do is watch Bill Cosby himself all day long and deconstruct that shit. But you're deconstructing greatness. But on YouTube and this, you can see fucking Dane doing something at fucking Marblehead's Jokes Factory somewhere back in the day.
Yeah.
You can watch him before he had really... I got some on YouTube of me in fucking... I did my shit in... Where was it then? Shitty...
Some horrible place.
In
obviously. Holland, okay.
I mean, do you know if somebody watches me now, watch me... Oh, he did... Like, you can just deconstruct my shit if you're a... cunt.
Well, because you've grown since then, obviously.
I mean, I'm a better comic.
You honed your craft.
I left this shit on you, some of this shit on YouTube, but the stuff I get off immediately is arbitrary cell phone shit where I'm doing a joke that I might do in another town. It's like, I'm not fucking... I have to build an hour.
Right.
That's another thing. When you're fucking famous, you can't not be funny.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, thank you. You know what? You don't think he's funny. Others think. I'm not gonna try to convince you that the guy's a funny guy. That's fine. I mean, I think I gotta hang up on you. You gotta know when to stop talking so we could have a conversation.
And you see how fucking passionate he is about hatred.
Yeah.
How he hates.
He's just not funny at all.
That's your opinion.
It's so subjective.
And it's fine. Like, I think George Carlin is brilliant. I guarantee you, give it 2 minutes, somebody will call and go, Carlin, he sucks.
But here's how the way that it's hard to say Carlin sucks because they would have to go, all he does is...
Oh, here we go. Here we got one.
He's bullshitting. Gotta be.
Space Trucker.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Space Trucker.
Well, I love George Copeland. I'm not criticizing him. I like Chris Rock. But didn't Carlin on your show talk about how when he practices, it's a set piece that sometimes in a show he's looking at an empty seat when he delivers a line?
What?
I was like stunned for a second there. It's like It's like he stunned me.
I lost you somewhere, Space Trucker.
Didn't Carlin when he was on your show?
Yeah, okay.
I heard this.
Yes, we heard that part.
But I don't understand what your point is, even if he did. Let's say he's on stage and he stares at an empty seat.
Well, we're saying that the problem with Chris Rock's new show is that it seemed like such a set piece. It goes from country to country, but he's in the same place on the stage.
Right.
I don't see the criticism because I love them both.
Well, did you see the Chris Rock special? I did not see it, so I don't have an opinion on it. I saw what I think is the material he used in the special, and I thought it was, pretty good.
I'm very confused by this caller.
All right, Space Trucker, thank you.
Very confused.
You lost us.
By the way,
yeah.
Love you.
All right. No.
What?
All right, Space Trucker. He's usually good for one, to be honest with you, but I'm a little confused with that. Let's say hi to...
His point was, he didn't know what his point was.
Yeah, Dave in Massachusetts.
Yeah, why not take the Ronnie B approach and, hey, take it as a compliment. You're so famous they made fun of you on Family Guy.
Yeah, I would think that's
I felt that way when we did Tough Crowd, and in Tough Crowd, they drew pictures of me, Colin, I think Bobby, was a couple of us, and they drew pictures, and we were the second worst thing about comedy in the country, in Mad Magazine.
Oh.
I thought it was... I fucking took it from the source. I mean, if you take Family Guy, they lampoon, they fuck. Look, if I was a star, a celebrity, I'm gonna tell you, man, they did something about Minnie Driver's head. It was shockingly, like, I put myself in her, I just was like, that's just horrible. There's no way she could. Minnie Driver. They said the guy was for goes, okay, back up, please. Okay, back up. They were setting up the shot.
Yeah.
All right, back up again.
Oh,
all right.
Oh,
we gotta back up some more. All right, and action. Minnie Driver's head comes out, and it still didn't fill up the whole thing.
Screen, right.
And they go, all right, cut. I thought we pulled back far enough for her head. I mean, Family Guy is brutal. So for you to get teased on there is a different fucking animal.
We got the Mad TV about Dane Cook. Here it is.
Later tonight, Internet Funny Man Dane Cook. Why do they call bananas bananas? Shouldn't they be called bananas because they're fun and they're full of deliciousness? Isn't the point of the banana? That's why I eat a banana. Whoa.
All right, well, that's a good parody.
Visually, too.
Yeah, there's a
really
lot.
good.
There's a lot of like visuals and the guy who's doing it, like a lot of real quick turns to the camera and staring, making that Dane's face. It's actually quite funny.
All right, let's say hi to Jay in Dallas. Jay, Patrice is going to be down there at the Improv in Addison, by the way, this weekend. What do you got for the show?
Shit.
Hey, you talking to Jay?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, man. Hey, I was calling about that dude, Space Trucker. I think I know what he was trying to say about Carlin.
Okay.
Basically, like when Carlin prepared for an HBO special, like he'd workshop his shows. And so he would know exactly where he was going to be on stage, where he was going to look in the audience. I mean, he would have every detail of his show planned out for one of his specials. So he'd workshop that stuff, right? And so I think what Space to get at is why indict Chris Rock for the exact same thing Carlin would do before one of his specials.
I wasn't saying that was bad. It's like, but when you cut where he's in another country, it was distracting. I just found that distracting.
I hear he was wearing different clothes, too.
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
So, oh, wow.
I don't know, guys. I was just trying to clear that
gimmicky,
up.
but that isn't even really why I didn't like the special. I just didn't like I didn't find it really funny. I wasn't sitting there really laughing my ass off.
Right.
That's all. I don't know. Maybe it's just had a bad friggin', this is one of his bad sets.
Right.
I don't fucking know. What do I know?
All right.
It's my opinion.
All right, we can move on to some other things. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we got to talk about this doll.
What?
This Islam doll. Where is it? Yeah, the woman who thinks the Fisher-Price baby doll says Islam is the light.
Really?
I'm sure it does.
Oh, is it one of these that...
These come out like what?
Yeah, every
couple
so
of years?
often something comes out and it
I think they do this
like
as a marketing ploy because no one knows about this doll, but now we're all talking about this thing.
What is it? What kind of doll?
Yeah, we'll get into it after the break. I don't even know.
Toy?
We got some gossip as we go to break.
Ooh.
Some PTG.
Big interview today. It's going down in about a half hour.
Is it?
Opie and Anthony.
Holy Jesus.
The franchised version of Opie and Anthony. We'll be interviewing David Tyree today.
Yeah, he's got a book out.
Yeah, we got a lot of football fans out there, a lot of Big Blue fans. And David Tyree, of course, was the one that made that ridiculous catch in the Super Bowl.
So he's got a book.
He's got a book called More Than Just the Catch. A true story of courage, hope, and achieving the impossible.
Oh, yeah?
And Patrice suggested that maybe David Tyree should have made a flip book. A 45-page flip book?
A flip book.
Where you just go...
That you flip it and
there's
it
the
shows
catch.
the catch.
1,000 pages so it could be an HD.
HD flip book.
10,000 page flip book.
Look.
HD flip book. Oh, what the fuck?
Look, man, you know what? Good for him. Good for Big Blue. We'll never have a Super Bowl ring around our finger, but...
Gives a shit.
But come on. Come on. I mean, come on.
Is this also like a self-help, the cycle of success? Dude, there's you got to do work. It says write down 3 reasons why you want to accomplish this goal.
Well, how about this?
To achieve a goal that's very important to you.
Let me play a game.
Don't do this,
Go to a page. Ready?
Yeah.
I will start.
Okay.
Page 174.
All right, let me go to 174.
God.
Okay. I'm
All
there.
right. Page 173. God. Swear to God, look. Right there.
What's it's on there the whole
right.
thing. Oh, I see. Oh.
Page 81.
Jesus Christ.
81. Up.
It's on 175.
God. All right, let's try it again.
Jesus Christ.
Page 110.
Since I became a Christian on March 14th, 2004, my perspective on life has changed dramatically.
110 Christ.
So he's born again too. So that okay. So
I have nothing to do with this one, man.
He made a catch.
I am bowing out of this motherfucker, man. I swear to God.
He made a catch, and he's a born again Christian.
Right.
Small beginnings are gifts from God, and all greatness must start there.
Small
Overnight success
Small nowings.
Small nowings. Great men understand that they are born with the potential for greatness inside them. God, this process entails allowing God to take them from one level of glory to the next.
Right.
Too much glory from the world all at once has stifled the potential of many great men and women. I have learned to be content with my portion and wait on God. Holy Jesus Christ! How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this?
I already told you,
dude. He made one catch.
We're having the.
Don't do this, man.
Dude.
Don't fucking do this. I'm telling you, I can't.
We're going to do the franchised version of the Opie and Anthony Show
my
today.
God.
Oh,
Please.
boy.
Oh, no.
And then his diet is in the back of the book. What he eats.
Really? Well, you had to fill up the 100 pages.
Is this more than just a catch? More than just a catch. I woke up this morning. I took a dump. I walked to the kitchen. 1 foot, 2 foot, 1 foot, left, right. I went to the fork drawer. This is more than just a catch.
Oh, God, no. What the fuck? What am I doing in my career?
The forward is by Eli Manning. And I could,
Well, where's my book?
Write your book and fuck it.
Oh, you gave it to Opie? All right.
Hey, you know what?
Opie's got my book.
Does Anthony have a copy of the book?
Yeah, Anthony's got a copy as well.
Danny, what do you do in your book? I Googled the Danny story.
More than just Googling.
The Danny story.
More than just a computer monitor.
Yeah.
more than a Google to me.
I push buttons sometimes too, you know.
Yeah,
kid.
I remember a day back in early spring. A button needed to be pushed. I leaned over and I pushed the button.
I thought I had something. I was like, should I turn the mic on? I don't know. My tank real bad. I'm gonna go for it.
So I went, and God gave me the courage.
And here's some pictures in the middle. Me Googling September 7th.
Shit. Oh my God, is this gonna suck monkey ass?
Let me see your book.
Suck.
Hey, fellas,
let me see your book.
If you guys, if it's not the franchise version,
it's going to be the franchise version.
Because if it's the real version,
we're trying to franchise out the show. So
I'm
like leaving the building.
This room.
The building.
Why? Because I just can't deal with this one, man.
Let me see how many pictures. The pictures got to be at least good.
Could we first? Are there any posters around with our fucking faces on?
No.
Good deal.
All right.
The
picture section is good.
I love the photo section because I'm sure there are so many. Here's his 8th grade graduation trip to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
What's wrong?
Problem, Steve? Problem?
Anything with your
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, Ant.
You know what's funny about Steve, real quick? His doing the right thing is the same face as the doing the wrong thing face.
Yeah.
Like he's coming to tell some good news, but it's like I thought it was some bad.
That's a good observation.
At this point, I set foot in the studio and I know I'm going to get hit with a hail of gunfire.
Just pictures of him and his wife and kids.
Blam.
I cannot. What did I text you? Like,
look,
what?
I don't want to say it, but I got to say it.
What?
I have never seen a more who gives a fucking shit book in my life. I'm sorry, it had to be said.
Why? What's wrong with the book?
I could care
I
fucking
cannot believe.
I wouldn't read this if I was stranded on a fucking island.
I wouldn't read the book called The Whole Manning Family as told by Archie. The day my wife pushed out Eli was a wonderful day.
Look,
like, it's nothing.
Can I have my version of the book, please?
Are you I can't believe this.
Here it is. The catch that this is by Eli Manning. The catch that David made was great. But as you read this book, you will see that God has been doing great things in his life for quite some time.
Well, there were some God people on the Patriots, too, you know.
Like, yeah.
What happened to those guys?
What the fuck?
The greatest play in Super Bowl
God.
history? Judge for yourself. I believe it is.
Oh, my God.
This is all about... It's like... I'm trying to equate it to some other, like, event where you would write a book about it and it would be equally as fucking inane and useless.
Ready?
Yes, please.
The guy who was the agony of defeat guy on Wild World Sports.
At least he was on TV every fucking week.
I'm better than this.
Right.
That guy.
Just called Ouch.
Yeah. More than a broken leg.
more than a busted spleen.
Right.
The agony of defeat guy.
This is okay. Another book would be Subway Superman.
Yeah.
He jumped on that fucking guy, and they wrote a whole book about it. Like him just jumping on the fucking guy.
This is genius where you go, wait a minute, because you know what? The Wild World Sports guy, the agony of defeat, he is significant.
He's on TV was on TV every week. It's like, and everyone, the agony of defeat. Like, what?
Ready? Here it is.
Okay.
You a sports guy?
All right. Not really.
You a sports guy, Hope?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ready? The guy, you ever hear the Immaculate Reception?
Of course.
I did hear that.
The guy the ball bounced off of.
Not even the guy that actually caught it after.
For Franco to catch it. The guy that it hit.
You know that guy walks around and goes, look, here's the heel. This is my heel.
This is my heel.
This is the famous heel.
The fucking guy that the ball bounced off of.
You know what?
The guy sitting next to Bartman from Chicago.
You know how bad the picture...
Who didn't catch it?
You know how bad the picture section is in the book? He actually reenacts the catch right next to the picture of the catch.
Yeah, they got the picture of the catch, and then him holding the ball against his head to show what... I can't.
If his teammates aren't teasing him about this book, that means two things.
Uh-huh.
He's creepy religious.
Yeah, that's
and he can really, really fight.
Yeah, and he can kick some ass.
There's two things we could do here. We could do the franchise version of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yes.
That's such a genius thing to say.
Or
man.
we could attempt to do 20 minutes where all we talk about is the catch.
No, I can't. I can't do this.
And he tries to change the subject, and we try to come up with more.
But his book is more than
the catch.
Just. But look how small the letters are for more than just. And then the catch is big letters.
Right.
Like, so it really, when you first look at that.
First of all, he didn't do the book.
No, it was written by who's the little name under his name?
With Kimberly Daniels, which means she's the writer. We're wrong.
You're fucking sound on this fucking pal talk.
Listen, we're wrong, though, because on Amazon, the book's doing very well. It's at number... Want to guess?
460.
We are so wrong about this. Amazon.
Really?
Guess where it is on Amazon.
I'll say
selling, my friends.
Number 5,000.
5,000? Patrice?
I bet you they listed. It has to be. First of all, it's only uber Giants fans. There's Giants fans who went to the rally who took a shit on, like, get the fuck out of here. They bought a bobblehead. They wouldn't buy a David Tyree bobblehead. If whatever the listing is for new books, if it's 75, it's 74.
It is number 720. 7,200. There are 7,207 other books people would rather read.
What? I bet you some of those books are books that are coming. Wait, an IMDb.
Hold on.
Please tell me what the one just above it is.
I gotta tell you, 7,208.
What it's
There's
beating.
not even 7,000 readers in the United States.
What is the book right before it and right after it? I'd love to know.
Of Mice and Men. It's still selling.
Yeah, this
came out in 52.
Fucking the guy that the ball bounced off of. That you're right.
How can you do this? See, this is why I'm all mixed emotions, because sometimes you go on radio shows and they don't know you, and you go, you just don't want to be made fun of.
Right.
But you don't. What the fuck are you? Who could fucking do this? Except for Good Morning, Good Day, fucking San Francisco.
Exactly. This should never.
Is this
ever
a new
have
book?
Been booked here.
It comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it comes out tomorrow.
Oh, so that's the pre-order.
Pre-order.
So it's doing well pre-order.
Is it?
Well, how many books are there? if there's 12,000 books,
I think there's a dozen, and we got 4 of them. What, man? Some of the chapters are good,
dude. No, they're not.
Yes, there is. There's something for everybody in this book.
I would. There's
something for everybody. Yeah.
Fucking constipated. If that was on the back of my toilet, I'd read the fucking. I'd read something out of the garbage, a tampon
and then the
wrapper.
bottom it says his name. It's like if you're just a person, you go, okay, what? And then you go, by who as told to what? Like it's just a David who as told to Kimberly what? What the fuck?
What the fuck indeed?
Well, you got My Childhood Days. That should be good.
Why?
Athletics, My Way Out. Traveling Down the Wrong Track. High School Days.
I wouldn't fucking...
An SU Orange Man. Baby Mama. A Ticket to the NFL.
Like Joe fucking Theismann.
From Freedom to Bondage to Freedom.
I wouldn't read...
You wouldn't give a fuck?
A whole chapter on just that leg snapping.
Look, man.
I still wouldn't read it.
Maybe Jim Brown. Maybe Dick Buckus. The idea of a guy who used to be feared in the NFL.
Dude, OJ had a book out talking about murdering 2 people and none of us read it.
Where's the Emerson Boozer book?
Right.
If I Killed the Bitch.
Right. No one read that.
Here's exactly how I killed the bitch.
Simpson.
And we couldn't be bothered.
If I stole back my sports memorabilia. That's my new book. Oh, wait, I did.
More than a slash to the jugular.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. More than a partial decapitation.
Right.
By OJ as told to Judge Ito.
What's wrong with the books we got? They read pretty good.
Yeah.
What's some of those other books?
The dictionary. The story.
Moby Dick.
Of Mice and Men.
Oh, fuck, man.
The Stand. Harry Potter.
I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to do this. This is so
bad.
wrong, man.
You have to be the guest.
Oh, guess what?
You have to be.
Man, I can't.
Fucking Kato Kalin's more than just a bump in the air conditioner.
Because this is the you know what? Here's what's happening now. Right now, if no Giants are listening, I mean, hopefully they practice. I don't know what they're doing, but if there's any Giant fans of the, I mean, this is the biggest bridge burn in history. It's just like
But what else are we supposed to do? There's no way I can sit here and interview a guy that caught one fucking catch.
It's delusional.
And is born again. I have a hard time.
It's delusional to do this. It's like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
I don't know how this got booked.
Look. I'm just going to go to page.
Here he goes again.
I can write a book,
dude. I'm still
about thinking about making that catch.
Continues, page 149. God.
You just randomly.
Has always been with me. Yes, God's
on every page.
I also pray for the will of God in finding a wife.
Yeah.
God knows what's best. This is all on one page.
God knows what's best in finding a wife.
All right, this is all God on one page. I thank God for my mother. God will bless you. God has always been with me. Moving down.
All right, ready? Right now. Flip to another page. Right now.
God knows what is best for us. God knew what? God in finding a wife. God was faithful to send me a wife who loved the Lord.
Wow.
All right, flip it. Ready? Let me stop you.
No, you give me a page.
I'm gonna flip it. Flip it. I'm gonna say stop. Just.
You should just give me. All right, whatever.
Now.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Find God on that page.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. God.
Oh God, look.
There's God.
Woo! It's the Bible is written by David Tyree.
But then there's I sat in a holding cell. There was no one in there but me and
God.
That's right, Anthony.
Can I do like I've never heard this gentleman speak either.
Mm-hmm.
But can I do what I believe it's going to sound like?
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe we should do this.
It's just going to be like, hello? Yeah. I picture very soft-spoken and, like, pulling teeth for anything.
Yeah.
Like you said, he didn't write the book. Whoever did.
Kimberly did.
But it's going to be one of those, well, yes, God, very important to me and my wife. Okay, so now, after the catch, you guys, what were they saying to you? Mm-hmm. Well, everybody was very happy.
Is it on YouTube, Danny, maybe? Maybe it's something on YouTube where he's interviewed?
I just picture worst interview ever.
Why don't we make believe we don't know he's into the God thing and go, oh, man, the broads you must have got.
Oh, you must be fucking like
that
a
Super Bowl
madman.
ring, you must be getting pussy all over the place.
All right, what do we got? Interview. Okay, here's...
after the Super Bowl, life, I'm sure, has been quite a whirlwind for you. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the things you've been doing?
Man, it's been drastic changes. I had time to do a nice little circuit in L.A. between Ellen and Jimmy Kimmel, NFL Network, hanging out with ESPN, all kinds of stuff, and then lots of charity work. Got a nice charity event going on this Thursday with Children of the City. Just getting out there,
Out of all the things you've done, everything that's
he's here. She's quiet.
Seriously?
Holy shit! What do we do
He's
now?
not in there though. Oh, go.
Hide me too, Rabbit. Hide me too.
All right. The franchise version of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Here it goes.
Oh, quick. Hurry.
I'm in the middle of the show. I'm just sitting in a chair, dude.
Hey, Ope. I'm Ant.
Oh, hey, Ant.
Here comes Opie. Sorry about that interruption. Ope, who do we have coming in next?
We've got David Tyree, football guy.
Yeah, he made that catch.
Yeah.
I tell you,
book.
I don't usually watch football, but I saw that Super Bowl, and it was incredible, that catch.
Is that all he's famous for?
Well, I mean, it was a famous catch in the Super Bowl, Ope.
Where is he? I thought they were bringing him in.
Yeah, do we have David Tyree coming in at all?
Steve! Get Steve.
Yes.
Is anyone working back there?
He's in production. I'm gay.
Steve, I thought you said David Tyree was here.
He's using the
I was busy staring at him. I will fire you. I will fire you. You do not pour water on me.
Sorry, I was going to pour water on you.
How about talking to a mic that works, Steve?
Oof. How about potting one up that works?
Yeah, it's on.
You don't talk to...
Yes, I do.
We'll both fire you.
Why are we talking to Steve? Where's David Tyree?
Steve, get David Tyree.
I threaten to fire people so much.
Because
Opie's job.
Well, so we're killing time here is what you're saying.
Where's E-Rock? Eating somewhere?
Probably. Fat piece of shit crying over in some manners or whatever. All right, we're killing time. Oh, here he is.
David Tyree.
David Tyree.
Welcome,
to the show,
sir.
Take a seat.
Right here, hanging out.
How you doing? I'm Opie.
All right.
Anthony, sir. Pleasure to meet you.
Procedure, gentlemen.
How you doing?
Stop it.
Hanging, man, hanging.
We the first you're talking to today, or have you come from somewhere
I was
else?
hanging out over on Channel 11 for a hot minute.
Ah, CW11. We know them very well.
Very well.
Good friends of ours.
We have some history. Yes.
That's what's up.
So, David.
What's the deal?
You're promoting a book.
Yeah, that's
it. Would be nice if we had a copy of the book somewhere. Oh, there's one right there.
I got one.
Take mine.
Take a look at that there. It's very
I've
nice
read it
book.
already.
More than just the catch.
Yeah.
Want to fill us in a little bit about this book here?
It's a little bit of everything, you know. All the crazy stuff that I went through in my life, you know, stemming from just a crazy young kid growing up, drugs, alcohol, mostly marijuana, all that, you know, all the stuff that we
I
get
know a
into.
little about that.
A little bit about that?
You
Yes.
do.
A little or a lot?
Oh, you know, here and there.
Yeah, so, you know, basically kind of the struggles that I had.
Right, Danny?
Getting up to that point, you know, obviously being in the NFL, it's not a good mixture, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I eventually got arrested, marijuana possession, and that's kind of what led me to my faith and things like that.
Very nice. Going through some of the photos here.
Oh, yeah, I got some classics in there.
You dress up pretty nice.
Every now and then, you know.
Oh, maybe
Well, you don't
except
need to
for,
flirt with them, Ope.
For this one here. What's this one all about? You throwing up a gang sign?
Oh, yeah, that's
on
like
there?
my Jim Jones. I only listen to Cameron and Dipset much.
Ah, Dipset, yes. Yes.
Dipset is a go. Yeah, I was a big fan of the Dipset back then, so I was just acting a fool back in the crib.
I see.
I'm keep it fun, you know.
So you say you found your faith.
Yeah.
Do you credit that for making this catch, which we're looking at on the cover of the
definitely.
book?
Well, you know, yeah, you know, obviously, you know, a lot of people, when I say it, people get a little wacko, like, well, you did make the catch. I know I made the catch. I was kind of there, you know. So, you know, I just, what I mean is that there's no way, you know, human talent can make that catch. You know, it's not like I can prepare for it. You know, I can go in a park and catch balls on my helmet. You know, so that's what I say. You know, God did it.
Why do you think God was on the side of the Giants?
No, I never said God was on the side of the Giants. I just said that, you know, people misconstrue that as well. It's not God was on our side. It's God is looking out for anybody that's, you know, that's not willing to defame His name. You know what I'm saying? So
unless you're a patriot.
There was some it was some pretty good I saw there was some patriots out there that was crushed, but you know the will of God is just the will of God. You know, whether we win or lose.
I see.
How are you recovering from your knee injury here?
I'm ready to go, man. I've been ready to go for a couple weeks. First, I was a little upset about being on PUP to begin with, but you know, it gave me a little more extra time than I needed, you know, to be strong. And I'll be out this week, and then should be back the next week.
I wanted to ask you, Michael Strahan is now an analyst for Fox.
Yeah.
He just made his pick for the season, saying that Dallas is going all the way.
Yeah.
Now, you were both on the same team last year. How are you taking that?
Nah, you know, he's got a job to do, but, you know, it sucked. I thought he could have went out there and gave us a little bit of love for the first one, but at the same time, you know, he got a job to do, and, you know, he just go out there and do his job, and we do ours.
You know, if we could get my brother Elmo, big fan of the Giants, just obsessed with his team. If we can get him on the phone sometime, I know he'd have a lot of questions he'd like to ask you.
Oh, sweet.
Mars, why isn't this monitor working?
Again?
Oh, there it goes. Go ahead, Ope, I'm sorry.
No, there's no problem. Yeah, so it's just odd. Michael is, we haven't had him on in a while, but he used to come on the show regularly.
Big
and
Mike, makes Trey, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big time now.
How is he doing as far as, I don't want to go into too much detail, but like his things that were going on with his personal life last year, and has he discussed any of that with you?
No, I never discussed it. You know, he's not ashamed of it, so you know, he'll willingly say, he'll willingly say, he made every conscious effort that she wouldn't get all his money, but at the same time, things worked out the way they did. That's his personal business. I don't really do too much getting into that stuff.
No,
that's a little dangerous, especially when the guy outweighs me by about 80 pounds. I'll leave it alone.
How do you feel about Jerry Rice as a player?
Well, he was my childhood hero, to be honest with you. I was never a New York fan. I was a 49ers fan because I grew up, late 80s. The Niners was running the show, so.
Because sometimes around here we do an impression of Jerry Dice. Like, yeah.
Jerry Dice.
Yeah.
That was new. I never got that one.
Yeah.
But, Jerry Rice, he's a solid dude. You ever met him?
No. We just do Jerry Dice.
Phenomenal. Yeah. But, that's pretty much it.
Loving this book here. I do have to ask you about Plaxico.
Oh, yeah, that's the.
How do you say Barras?
Yeah, Burris.
Hey, Fess.
He was suspended for missing practice, allegedly saying that he took his kids to school. That was the excuse for why he missed practice.
Okay, yes.
Do you know anything about that?
That's the first I heard, because I'm just not big. I don't read too much papers. I knew, I'm reading here his supposedly bizarre excuse. That's tough, That's tough. We men that don't get a chance to do that too often. So if that's the case, I got sympathy for it. But at the same time, he's a grown man. And we're grown enough to make decisions for ourselves. And that's what we got to do. You got to make decisions. If you know you got to be at work, it's eventually going to cost you. But hey, you just got a new contract.
Have you missed practice, legitimate reason or not? But has that ever happened to you at any point in your career?
My rookie year, heck yeah, I was like leading the team in fines my rookie year when I was just a wreck that year. Yeah, I think I had about $10,000 in fines, but it should have been 40.
Nothing during your college days? I see that you went to Syracuse. Our old Anthony went to Syracuse.
Did you?
No, I didn't even graduate high school.
Oh, that was supposed to be the setup.
Yeah, no, I didn't graduate high school. In radio, we can do that, make this career. There's no reason.
Phenomenal.
We have a fan somewhere outside that wants to say.
One fan?
Yeah.
I'm good for one.
Where is he?
Yeah, hi, this is Stephen S. from Bayshore, and I'm watching the show today. Opie, you're such a phony. You were saying how much the Giants suck and Big Blue blows and all that. You're a Jets fan.
I am a big Jets fan.
And here you are kissing David Tyree's ass. I don't really understand the phoniness that's going on here.
Well, leave it to Stephen S. from Bayshore to sell out Opie.
David, I have to level with you. I am a Jets fan. Grew up on Long Island.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, dude. You're in the prime of your life right now. Brett Favre's in town.
Yeah, well, I'm not too big a supporter of Brett Favre either. I think he's a big sellout.
Tell him what you were saying the other day. That this guy's a one-hit wonder. I mean, all he has in his career is one catch. You were saying it just the other day.
All right, Opie, if you could maybe pot that mic down a bit.
Way to make me feel big about myself here.
Satellite radio.
I was just saying that I thought, book because you caught a football on your head. What's the deal?
What's the deal?
Why a book?
Why a book?
Yeah.
Because I got a story to tell. Why you got a radio show?
Every day we wonder the same thing. They keep paying us.
That's it.
Do you think anybody could have predicted that catch that you made?
No, that's the best part about it.
Because I think the only way you could have predicted a catch like that is if you had some kind of sports almanac, like Biff Tannen did. If you could get like a time machine,
Biff,
and
I'm gonna tune out for 20 minutes there.
Head to the future. Get the sports almanac. I'm sure there'd be a little footnote in there about that catch, because it would obviously say, the Giants ended the Patriots, winning streak.
Definitely.
And I bet I could create an entire museum dedicated to myself based on the money that I would get from that prediction as well as others.
That would be phenomenal. Could I star in the movie with you, the sequel?
Yeah. Which is your favorite Back to the Future?
Part 2.
Really?
Yeah, all the futuristic, the hoverboards, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
We had a guest in that their favorite was Part 3. They weren't invited back. No.
Thank you.
No. Where did they get those the logs to power that the train?
I don't even remember. I don't think Part 3 got another. I didn't even give it another watch.
No.
It's just Part 1 and 2 phenomenal.
Yeah.
Let's you want to take a phone call? A couple listeners calling in, some supporters. Maybe not this one. We're on in Boston.
Okay, good.
And so this is Brian and Mass. Brian, you're on with Mike. With David Tyree, sorry.
Hello?
Hi, Brian.
Hi, yes, David. Quick question. I love the book. It's called The Catch, correct?
Yeah, more than just the catch.
Yeah. I'm a Patriots fan, and I was just looking at some stats online. Can you tell me about the other 3 catches last year?
Other 3 catches. What's the point of talking about those?
I don't know. I just saw online. It was a 4-catch season last year.
Yeah.
Those, what happened to the other 3 catches? Did they have a chapter? Or?
Boy, you just really missed the whole season, didn't you? Like, I didn't even, the 4 catches didn't even matter. Isn't that the whole gist of it?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, jeez.
All right, thank you, Brian.
Nice try,
This
Brian.
isn't a book about all the catches. He caught the thing on his head with his fingertips, for God's sake.
Let's talk to, from Yellowstone, Lady Trucker. Lady. Hello.
Hello, David.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, how old were you when you first played football?
When I first played, I don't know, 11 or 12?
Oh, no. David believes the shit the white hole shrink babbles.
I don't even know
I
what
don't
that
even
meant.
know what that meant.
Sometimes we get prank callers
That's
here,
great. Well,
and
of course.
and there's
fun.
not much we could do about it except maybe talk to a different phone screener. You know what I mean? I'm sorry about
This is
that.
the good stuff.
Let's
like
talk
this.
to, take one more here. Cody in Indiana. Cody. Cody!
Yeah,
You're
hi,
on.
David. How are you?
What's going on, Cody?
Hey, I know that you probably think that it's all part of divine intervention for an amazing catch like that. Was it anything like the movie Angels in the Outfield to you?
Anything like Angels in the Outfield? I don't know if you could see my Angels.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Christopher Lloyd is just amazing. I think he crystallizes an experience like that perfectly. And if it was anything like that, I mean, that's amazing.
Well, we all know Christopher Lloyd's amazing. He created the flux capacitor, after all. You know.
Yeah. Well, have a good day, David. Thank you.
Hey, take it easy, boss.
I mean, who would have thought that one person could take a car like the DeLorean, you know, and then a little plutonium, a flux capacitor, and, you know, it's flying through the sky.
That's phenomenal.
Into the future. 88 miles per hour is all you need.
Can't beat that.
They could send a dog, Einstein. They could send, you know.
That's a nice setup you guys got over there, man.
Oh, well, yeah, this is our very own XM studio. Sirius XM now, I guess, since the merger.
Okay.
But, yeah, they built the studio just for us in the Ron and Fez show that comes on after us from noon to 3.
This is sweet.
Yes.
Another question about a teammate of yours, Tiki Barber.
Yeah, Teak Dog.
Career suicide going to the Today Show. Missed out on the ring.
He did.
You guys still talk to him? Nobody.
Yeah, we still talk to him. You know, I think he's had enough. You know, I'm sure he's. I don't want to say he's regretting the situation, but you know, it was kind of rough when he threw us under the bus at the beginning of the season. You know, when he started off 0-2, and he's like, Giants are pitiful, and you know, so I think those, you know, he paid for it. You know, and there's no reason for us to rub it in his face. You know, he did some good things for us.
Yeah.
I think we have another audience member who has a question.
What's the deal?
You're on.
Could you?
Where is he?
Softballs at this guy. David, do you know that Opie guy right there, he doesn't believe in God, and he makes fun of people that believe in God.
There we go.
That's why I'm here. That's what I'm here for.
That's I'm not practicing going to church wise, but I don't think I'm totally not into the God thing. I just I'm very skeptical.
I can understand people are skeptics. You know what? They got reason to be skeptics. You know, when you look at so many hypocrites out there, it's a lot of hypocrites. You know, it's a lot of reason.
And since we're sharing, I got to admit something else. This is
confession. This is sweet. You're already into it, bro.
This is Greg Hughes, the actor who plays Opie. I know I said I was a Jets fan.
Yeah.
I really haven't been into football for a while now. I'm all about the Tiger Woods golf.
Sweet.
You playing that?
No.
I'm on the PS3.
I just suck in games. I suck in video games. It's not, you know, what's the Madden rules, like 21-0 and you're off, right? You're off the sticks. I gave up like 3 years ago. They just kept 21 skunking me.
Well, if you get the new Tiger Woods, I'm XM Opie on there. If you like to befriend me on the PS3 network.
I do have the PS3, you know, even though I rarely get on.
Now, when that ball was coming down from the sky, did you feel like it looked almost like a missile coming from a ship? Like, you know.
Yeah,
the Enola Gay is dropping bombs on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I tell people.
You know what I mean?
It was like Chariots of Fire, dude. I had like a soundtrack playing in the background while it's in the air.
Like Hiroshima.
Right?
Yeah, it was wild, man. Wow, we got some outstanding sound effects going.
Oh, we try to keep production value. Our interns obviously sit there reading papers.
Interns?
Yeah, that's one of our interns. It's Sam.
Wow.
But he's
phenomenal. What's going on, Sam?
Obviously, he does nothing but sit on the couch and read the paper. You know.
That's great.
I get water.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. We got the water. Thank you.
So, touch back on the book for a tiny bit here.
Yeah.
Like he touched on the football.
Oh, you're quick. Yes. Books on tape. You got anything in the works? Are you gonna voice it? You're gonna get somebody a little more voice experience or something?
Yeah, that's not my thing. You know.
And why don't you do the book on tape?
That'd be sweet.
Why don't you give him a little example there?
Yeah, give him a little flavor.
Okay, well, for instance, like Ronald Reagan might read the book and say, like, well, this book is a story of the life of a man who lives the. This book is a story of the. This book is. I just, you know, it's because he has Alzheimer's.
Oh, God. That's good stuff.
Well, he did.
Ooh, I'm getting a communique.
Obviously, he's dead now. Ope is on his cell phone. Yeah, I guess Ope is hanging. What's wrong?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Boy.
How's I don't know. How's the book been doing in terms of sales and stuff?
I don't know. Last I heard was the first week. It was like 12,000 the first week. So
oh, that's great.
Is it?
I don't know. I haven't sold any books.
Okay, I was about to say. I was waiting for somebody to tell me it was doing all right, but you know, it's cool. Whether it does good or right.
Well, it's 12,000 more than I've sold.
Well, I don't have a radio show, so you got me on. You got me on that deal.
Well, maybe we'll sell some more books today.
Yeah, why don't you give the big
more
plug for
than
the book
just
there.
a catch. More than just the catch. A true story of courage, hope, and achieving the impossible by David Tyree with Kimberly Daniels. Who's Kimberly Daniels?
She's like my spiritual mom. You know, she just pours into my life. You know, keeps me going high.
All right.
I got a communique here that they're telling us he has to go.
Sweet.
That you're where are you off to now?
Actually,
you doing television?
No television. I think I'm pretty much done for the day. Come out and hang. You know, it's not. You know, I don't think. I think it's that big of a deal. We can hang out for a few moments.
Okay, great.
If one thing before you go, if you could help us. Anthony rarely asks for photos. He's a little intimidated, embarrassed by that. Could we get a photo for Opie's Eye with you and Anthony there?
We can hang out. We can do it.
You want to do it live on the air here?
All right, Opie, let's do it live on the air.
I like this, dude.
Are all these mics on?
Yeah, they're all on.
All right, we'll take this one. I thought they were all on.
Yeah. Let's get a photo right there. Lined up nice. There we go.
Thank you very much.
David Tyree.
That's awesome, dude.
More than just the catch. Book is out now. Go out and get it.
It won't burn you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
We're back with the Sam and E-Rock show. Holy shit. I'm Sam. There's E-Rock over there.
Dude, that was so cringing. I was right here in the studio sitting on the couch with a newspaper, just kind of hanging out to watch the whole thing. E-Rock was petrified when you were one of the audience members saying that my goal was to get E-Rock a fist sandwich. He hates the Giants. He's a one-catch wonder. He doesn't like God. And E-Rock's just like, you were without words a couple of times. And Sam's performance as Anthony was brilliant.
It was
brilliant.
Bravo.
The Ronald Reagan impression.
Yeah.
Talking about Back to the Future. All right.
The Enola Gay's dropping bombs on the Super Bowl.
I was wondering where you were going with that. It's like it was like a missile coming at you. The Enola Gay. Like, God damn, are you fucking funny?
Let's say
Jerry. Yeah.
Let's say hi to Greg in New Hampshire.
Jerry
Greg.
Dice was hysterical.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
That's why I pay money to listen to the radio. That was fucking with somebody on a whole nother level.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a lifelong Pats fan, and that was cathartic.
The Enola Gay. Dropping bombs on the Super Bowl. What the fuck does that even mean? and then you hang E-Rock out again when he goes, Anthony went to Syracuse. No, I didn't graduate from high school.
It really wasn't fair.
Hold on.
It really wasn't fair because E-Rock
before we even did that, he was like, all right, because he was doing all this like football research because he wanted it to go smoothly. Yeah. And he was like, all right.
Nothing of football.
He was like, all right, it says here he went to Syracuse, so this could be one of our outs. Like, I'll just say our own Anthony went to Syracuse. And I was like, yeah, and I'll just be like, yeah, and talk about Syracuse.
And then he just goes, no, I didn't. I didn't graduate from high school.
What are you talking about?
He ends it right there.
I was in character.
Oh, you certainly were. That was very good.
That was hardcore, man.
Oh,
I wouldn't have been able to pull
guys,
that off.
yeah, believe me, because
I had a tear in my eye on the back. Like, I just was, it just was shakingly. I cannot believe Sam. And then E-Rock did the email.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know,
Dude.
And the phone calls were fucking
You know what was
brutal.
really aggravating him? Is I saw him, he was giving me the eye.
Oh, you were
I kept
tapping. You were doing the
and he
Opie
kept looking
tapping.
at where I was tapping.
And he was tearing, was tearing the papers, too.
Yeah, the pen. And all you hear is this going on as he's trying to fucking talk.
Stop
And then you rang the bell for no reason.
E-Rock,
And
stop,
the stupid horn.
stop stalking me. You had me down way too much.
Oh, that was good.
That was the greatest, worst thing I've ever.
Yeah, it was
I can't
horrific
believe that
to
just
watch.
happened, man.
See, we could officially franchise the show.
Yeah, we got to do that again.
That's the goal right now.
Right
to
when he
franchise
walked
the
in, he
show.
goes, "Oh, you guys' reputation precedes you." It's like, yeah, does it?
Well, now I know who's leaving the show. It's got to be Roland because he's gonna be so fired for that.
Dude, Roland was in the back just talking to me, and I just felt he's like, I'm ruined.
I'm ruined.
I'm ruined.
There goes my connection with the NFL.
But if
He's a friend of
anybody,
mine.
if he has any friends, for real,
Right.
nobody on I played sports in my life. There's no way that we don't tease you for writing a book
about one catch.
For one catch.
For a
It's
catch.
no way.
Yeah. Is it true he only had 4 catches last year? And that
God, that was a great
Melissa
call.
has to-
Hey, what about the other 3 catches? Oh, you know, your 4 catches.
That one made me want to jump out the window.
That was hard. That was hard to fucking
just to go,
yeah,
go
sit
home.
by.
Going home.
Oh.
God damn it, man.
And then when you said, the something, and then you went, for God's sake. I'm like, oh, no. You're taking the name of God in vain. Great job. Oh, man. Well, thank God now we know what we can do when we don't want to interview people.
Roland will take
Book
all
whoever
guests.
you want. Every guest we are
Every
now
single
taking.
guest.
Because we don't have to fucking sit here and interview one of them.
That's right.
I don't care who they want to book anymore.
Oh my God, you guys were great. Good. Were you just heating up inside when I was going after?
Yeah, thanks.
Yours, Opie?
He's the best.
Oh, Opie, you're such a hypocrite. You're
Well, hopefully you'll get some golf friends. From the
Yeah,
PlayStation.
thanks. I appreciate it. You got me back.
Got your plug out there.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? That was very good, guys.
Very funny.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm glad we didn't have to sit through that as a real interview. Fuck.
You know what was the best, too, was him doing, like, the worst Reagan ever.
And
David
doing
Tyree's just laughing along like it's good.
Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys. Well, he's doing the worst. It wasn't even a voice. It's just, well, I like the book. Well, I like the
See, because he was forgetting what he was
And then
saying.
you go, because he has Alzheimer's. He's been dead for...
I forget.
You forgot because you have Alzheimer's. You forgot that he was dead.
Yeah, I was still doing
That was
Reagan.
good. You were in character.
Yeah. There you go. Wonderful.
Oh, fuck.
Heading toward line of
Very
the day.
good.
What happened to all the TVs?
Cable went out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, I saw everything froze up for a minute.
I heard they weren't going to pay their bills anymore around
Yeah,
here.
they
So.
said, fuck it. Oh, god damn.
And Patrice is like, "This, you want to crawl into yourself." Excuse me.
Holy shit.
What?
That was just...
What are you supposed to do with that?
That was just like the greatest. That was amazing radio. Like, I'm just laughing at because I really went inside of Roland for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Roland, like poor Roland, dude. And I'm sitting there going, but Roland, this is genius radio.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, it's just
like,
nothing better.
We had to go that route.
The guy
Good
made
idea.
a catch on the side of his helmet. There's
Write a book. You don't
there's
write a book about
giant
that.
arrogance there. Like, you can't. And then there was a couple of times it was serious too. Like,
Yeah.
what about the other 3? You know, fuck the other 3.
Yeah, he was
Like,
getting pissed at that.
like real. This is not no deifying shit. Like, you caught.
Fucking caught it off your helmet.
That helmet had glue on it from.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And he credited God with that catch. It wasn't him. He goes, you know, you don't just catch a football between your fingers and a helmet like that. As God got in there.
So now what though? Now what? God did that, and then now what?
And then I think actually Sam or Anthony asked a brilliant question.
Well, of course, because it was Anthony.
Did God like the Giants better? Mm-hmm. That's a legitimate question when you say that God helped you make that catch like that.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't God be more of a Giants fan then?
And when the Giants release him next year, because, you know, they gave him an extra year because he did win the Super Bowl for the team, did God have something to do with that?
Yeah,
too?
with letting you go.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Maybe they said to him, look, you were going to be cut this year, so fake an injury, and we'll just have you on the injured reserve all year.
Sit it out.
Seems like a nice guy. What are you going to do?
Seemed like a nice enough fella.
I couldn't find a football. I was going to throw it from over there and go, hey, Dave, catch. See if he can
do it again, throw it at his head.
The idea of that book is absurd.
Yeah, who pitched it? Like, who was there watching?
Absurd.
Like, some guy at that publishing company watched the play and just went, oh, my God, I got to get him to sign a book deal. He just made this amazing catch, and I got to have him, you know, write a book about it.
How about Eli's book, Beyond the Throw?
The Throw.
Beyond the Throw. All right, let's do this Fisher-Price baby doll, and then we're going to do Line of the Day and get out. I mean, after that, we really shouldn't even be here anymore.
That's good on your iPhone when unknown comes up. It's not blocked or anything. I don't know you, and I'm doing a radio show, for God's sake.
Put him on the air.
No, because then you'll yell.
No, I won't. I won't do it.
That's Jimmy's bit. Hi, who's this? Hello? 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 No one there?
All right.
It is unknown.
You're lucky.
Beyond the phone call. I want to. Now, see, that would be equal right there. If I just wrote a book about taking that call on the air. All right, so there I was. There I was, sitting by my mic, and I felt a vibration in my pocket. Yeah. And I'm like, that's my phone. Is it a text? And then it kept vibrating, so I knew it was a call. But it said unknown. What do? I thought. I let it ring a while, and then Opie's my on-air partner. Opie was born in Huntington, Long Island, and then to go through your whole history.
And then get back to the call eventually.
Holy fuck. And that's chapter 2.
It's like, it's chapter 2. Hitting the button to take the call.
And then the other person wrote their book, Beyond the Dialing.
Yeah.
The story
of Anthony not picking up the phone. You fucking made the catch.
Good for you. Here we go.
Good for you.
Here's the Fisher-Price baby doll.
What did that sound like to you?
Because I'm like, to you. I think I just heard.
Mia Williams believes this doll, despite its sweet name, is spouting more hate than love.
And all of a sudden it says, Islam is the light. And I'm like, turn down the radio. And then it's like, Satan is the king.
Well, Satan is the king?
Well, Satan, sure. He has a story
Islam
to tell as well.
is the light. Satan is the king?
Why doesn't anyone find, like, Satan after a crazy moment like that?
Like King Satan.
Who are you calling?
Voicemail or something?
The doll is called the Little Mommy Real Loving Baby Cuddle and Coo.
They were cute. We were walking past, and as you walk past, they left.
It's made by Fisher-Price and sold by stores all over the country. We showed it to another mom.
I heard it say Islam is the light. I think that's nuts.
You could pull out the batteries, but Target says they're already pulling it off the shelves. If you do find you have one, you should bring it in for a return and then contact the manufacturer, Fisher-Price.
I'm lost. What was it supposed to be saying?
I don't know.
It's obviously saying Islam is the light.
It is? Do you believe it?
I believe, the toy companies do this on purpose to get them talking about products. You know how many people are going out and buying this doll now? Just because it's the thing to do.
If you have the doll, decapitate it and send it back to Fisher-Price.
Beheaded.
Yes, behead the doll as an infidel.
With the Fisher-Price.
Yes. Send it back with a receipt and the severed head.
Right. And we'll give you your money back. Nah, they do that shit on purpose. I'm convinced
get a little publicity.
Sure. A little publicity for the doll. All right, we might as well do Line of the Day. 'Cause it's not getting better than the Sam and E-Rock thing.
Oh, that's, boy, is that a good gimmick for any time we have a guest that we don't want to talk to.
Yeah. Oh, know what we wanted to do?
Go home?
Well,
Teasing,
yeah.
of course. I miss Jimmy. He'd take that banana and make it like it was a telephone and talk into it. I hope he just did
I
it.
did, because he wasn't here.
Good gravy.
Norton's going to be on Leno tonight. Let's not forget.
Yes.
Hey, we were talking about one-man shows, Patrice, and a lot of people were reminding us about the Star Wars guy. How long has that been?
Oh, fuck, that guy.
40 minutes. 40 fucking minutes.
We went with him for 40 minutes.
Didn't we edit it down for...
Are we crazy?
Didn't we edit it down and we didn't get to it?
You Rock and Sam do it.
Yeah.
What happened?
One-man show. A guy came in and did the whole Star Wars movie as one guy. And he came in here to do it. You want to talk about cringe? I think that was the birth of Ramon, or close to it.
Ramon.
See if E-Rock's got a taste of that. I want to hear just a little bit of it. Line of the Day is brought to you by WebEx.com. Hold meetings, make presentations, and do it from the comfort of your own home or office. Check it out at WebEx.com. Danny, did you sit through that? Were you in here for that whole thing?
I tried. At first I sat in here, and once the first 40 seconds went by, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to be able to last." So I kept kind of going in and out, in and out. I couldn't make it. I would try to sit here, and there would come a point where I just had to
get too many douche chills.
Was he getting mad?
Yeah.
He had to have been. I wasn't. I didn't not make eye contact. I just pushed my monitors together and kind of hid, so I didn't have to look at him.
Yeah, I was hiding behind a newspaper back there. Same thing. So I couldn't.
Not a lot of eye contact happening there.
Here's a runner-up line of the day.
I don't get the black culture with the sneakers.
But I don't get the white.
Here's
the thing I always white. It's just different things. Black people spend all their money on sneakers and maybe some rims, and white people will buy a life-size replica of Superman for $10,000 and think that that's noble.
Oh, that's very, very good. Patrice is going to be at the Addison Improv for all you Dallas folk. Star Wars guys, 34 minutes. Can we get it in this part of the show? So it's, you know what I mean? So it replays all
So it stays
day?
in the replay?
Yeah.
I can try to do that.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I could try to do it.
We had some lame stuff earlier. Cut something out.
Lame. The show is gold.
It's always gold. Here's another runner-up line of the day.
Well, the question is, a leech has 32 what?
Oh,
what?
Oh, okay.
A leech.
A leech has 32 what?
A leech?
Miles.
Total alimony payments?
See, there you go.
Sure.
But that's how you make it funny. They couldn't
Oh.
make it funny, that dumb show.
No.
Up there in Cleveland. Another runner-up line of the day.
It's impossible to get a hole in one on a par 5. It's almost it's probably never been done. And I don't watch golf at all. I'm just from playing this game.
I didn't know the game had an option to play the caddy.
Oh, see, because you're and it's a sport for. Wow, you guys
that
did
is some early racism.
Early racism. It was 6:05, and I broke out the racism
Fucking
right out of the gates.
Right after the music started.
It was
Our
like
ecstasy
and go.
of racism.
Right.
Good God Almighty! Can you imagine real racism, like actual slavery? God damn!
Yeah, right.
3:45. I gotta get cotton, you motherfucker! Don't you sleep?
Where's the Roland? Is he still around? I want to know
Roland.
We'll do another runner-up line of the day, I believe.
Roland is somewhere turning in a circle, just
freaking
trying to
out.
go to Narnia.
Yeah. Here's Roland. Hi. I told you yesterday I would get you back, making fun of my Islanders on email. I don't know. That's a stretch,
Roland,
obviously.
what do you think any repercussions from that one?
That went well.
I'm sure that'll be.
Why didn't you walk
my
out?
Giants tickets will forever be gone.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't you walk them out?
Why don't? Because they'll be like, it's like if you have your friend in here and then they trash or somebody you know, and you trash like, hey guys, what's up? Good interview.
He's kind of your friend?
Well, I know him, yeah. So.
Oh, you know him?
And tell him the story about the kids.
Yeah, there. Last season when I went to a Giants game, there was like 5 inner city kids outside. Just wanted to hear the game. He brought them all in to the locker room, gave them jerseys, fed them, 50-yard line seats.
This is the story he's telling me as they're doing the bit. He's just saying.
Give them tickets to the next game because they said they never went to a football game.
Oh,
took them on the field, did all that stuff.
I asked him, is he a nice guy? And he tells me this story.
Let me tell you a little story about what a guy
Let
is.
me tell you how nice he is.
Let me tell you a little story.
And then I hear somebody, Sam or E-Rock, ripping his book page.
Beyond the bringing inner city kids in there.
That would have been a better book!
Yeah, there's another book in him.
Yeah, so I know. I'll wait for the repercussions because I know this will be replayed over there. So then people go,
Who replays it over there?
You.
Oh, over there?
Yeah, it's K-Rock.
Maybe not. Maybe we just let that one sit. Sometimes we have to, be stealth.
Okay, well.
Another runner-up
ruin it.
line of the day.
What do you think the white guy was doing on the pier, just waiting, looking at his nails?
Looking at his pocket watch.
Coming right in. It wasn't like the music. He had a musket, and it was like doom, 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 doom.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting. More goddamn racism.
Oh, Jesus, just bookend racism in the morning.
Doesn't end with
First thing in the morning, last thing in the morning.
Doesn't end. Terrible.
Anthony gets very excited when Patrice is on the show.
It's fun. Patrice is, Patrice is a racist, too.
A net of safety.
If I wasn't...
Partners in racism. We can have a sitcom.
God, I love racism, Jay. I'll take my racist blows.
Yeah, I don't care.
To give them out.
Yeah.
You guys should do some buddy films. Racist buddy films.
I see network TV series.
I do too, my friend.
For some reason, we have to live in the same house.
We'll be canceled tomorrow.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We'll be canceled the next day.
They're too racist.
I want to thank Roland for giving us that idea today because I wouldn't know what to do with the David Tyree interview, and Roland's like, you know what? Why don't you just have somebody else interview him as you guys?
That was a good idea, Roland.
Roland, I really want to thank you because we were in a tough spot there, and we got through
if I was you, when he said, if I was you, I'd do that because I wouldn't know what to say to the guy.
Right.
No, it wasn't.
No.
This is E-Rock. Haha, I'm playing Roland. No.
I like how E-Rock started the whole thing out trying to be serious and do a serious interview.
Yeah.
That fell apart real quick.
I think he was shaking.
Oh, he was.
The entire time.
He was scared. And then the self-deprecation was pretty funny when he called E-Rock stupid and fat, I believe.
Yeah.
I just heard David's voice switch. He got pissed.
Yeah.
Your show.
Yeah, but you know what? It's God. God's going to make sure none of us get punched in the face. So that's good.
So
I hope God doesn't cancel my Giants ticket. Please, Lord.
He better have a sense of humor, man. You can't take yourself that serious. He has to know he wrote a book about
a catch.
Not even an event, a fucking I dropped a glass of water. I wrote a book about that. Come on, man.
You ever drop something and bobble it and then catch it at the last minute and go oh, geez, that's book worthy now.
You ever drop something and actually save the breaking with your feet?
Yeah.
And you go, that was almost deity-like.
It was amazing. You could put your foot in the way of something falling and save it with your foot. That's a book.
If Mr. Brady's book was called More Than Just a Catch, I wouldn't read it.
Oh, unless it was, Mr. Brady from the TV show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Tom Brady? That's what I meant, right.
Unfortunately, more than just a catch.
What'd you catch, Mr. Brady? I caught the old xylophone ribs.
with quote signs on the catch.
Yeah.
And then
the catch.
That's it. Shit. Fucking beyond the catch. What is it? Just stop.
All right, let's do line of the day.
Line of the day, and then get out.
You're gonna be all right, Roland, right?
Yeah.
Are we meeting with
somebody? It's radio. We're telling it's radio, baby.
It's
and quite frankly, Eli's interview would be even worse because he's another. He has the personality of a clamshell. Eli's personality. He has more personality when someone writes about him in the paper.
All right, why don't we do the old line of the day? Hit it.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
I've said I've been to Broadway. It's been because I've been dragged there. by some broad.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Has dragged me.
Did I ever go to
Broadway?
some broad? That's why they call it Broadway.
That's why they call
Holy
it
Jesus!
Broadway.
Wow, what a revelation! You're absolutely right. It's Broadway because some stupid broad drags all the guys to these stupid shows.
You make a good point.
I'm going to an off Bitch Avenue show.
C word way.
There's a little improv stand-up for you.
That's that guy. I love that ending. What a tool. Thanks to the fans. They caught something special today on the bleachers.
Yeah.
A few people stopped by today. Roland, I hope you don't get in too much trouble.
Thank you.
What can I tell you? Patrice, thanks. PatriceO'Neal.com. Addison Improv for the Dallas folk.
Thank you for having me.
And is there something else?
No. Providence and the week after or something.
Oh, yeah. Patrice O'Neal for all his dates, right?
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you. All right. Ron and Fez, noon at 3. We'll see you.